Hello, hello, and welcome along to episode 7 of the Treasure Rats. It is such a delight to be here, and more than anything, to welcome back Rico. So playing with me today, I have Rico.
Kalimera, everybody, or Kalispera, wherever you are. I'm Rico. I'm playing L, the skeleton bard rogue, outlaw rogue. Now outlaw rogue.
Fantastic. I have Miago.
Hey, I'm Iago. I am playing Arkorivos, who is a arcane polymath wizard with a level in Artificer. And yeah, he's having fun learning about dwarves.
I have Josh.
Hi, I'm Josh. I will be playing Felix Nuri, the Reborn Tiefling Draconic Spawn? Something? Draconic Sorcerer.
Draconic Bloodline.
Yes. Yeah. Sorcerer. Terra Master. Warlock.
You're just playing Spawn of a Dragon or something.
I'm just playing Spawn from the Todd McFarlane.
And I have Joe.
Yes, I'm Joe, and I'm playing Bellows, the basically Steam Genasi barbarian of the Path of the Elemental totem.
Cool. And to recap last week, we made it onto floor 2? Yes, floor 2, yeah. I think, of the Hall of Dwarven Kings. So we're going to find out when I put us back there and find out if we've got any tokens. We learnt the history of Cakebeard Stonehand, the creator of the mead cake, and much else lore besides. We discovered a tome of Dwarven history, which, Rico, if you'd just like to take a minute to read through, it shouldn't take you long. You should be able to catch up with everything you missed. I am joking. Don't try it. It's about 6.5 hours long. But nevertheless, anybody who spends 8 hours reading it without falling asleep would indeed gain bonuses on conversing with dwarves. We got ourselves a whole host of treasure and gold. Got our butt kicked in by some traps and birds. And all in all, had a great fun, had a bit of a rest, and we return to see if we can die. I think that's everything. Let's find out. Do we have some tokens?
Oh, there we are. Yep.
Will we buy a staircase? That is the question.
I do not have my token because you probably put one on there for me. So where can I drop myself?
What? You don't see yourself up here?
Oh shit! I see myself now.
Yeah. It should. It doesn't matter who puts your token down. Ah, yes. Well, I'd forgotten about this. Let me just pull this back up. So what's wonderful is I prep a dungeon and I go, well, that's the prep done for that campaign for the next few weeks. I can ignore it now. And of course, what did I need to have open? I needed to have open this battle. Welcome back, Rico. Your character's about to be shot in the face by a brain with a beak.
Nice.
Josh, why is your character dead?
Character's not dead. I mean, he's reborn, but he's not dead.
Oh, it's alright. It was lagging. It's fine. It's not dead.
Question,
but
question before we start. Yeah. Did we roll hit points?
Yeah, you can roll or fixed HP. We do all at one go in Treasure Rats level traditionally. Okay. And yes, if you didn't, somehow, one of you, I think, should all have had a long rest. There's a potential for... I think maybe Arkorivos cast a spell, but other than that, I think... Did you cast Comprehend Language in the end? No, the dwarf translated. Yes, okay, yeah. Great. So I think we long rested pretty much near the end of last session.
Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, I took a beating again since then, but not by much.
Oh, that's probably, yeah. I mean, that's
and
fair,
I used one spell slot to summon my wisp.
Regardless, yes, that's what you used the spell slot for. I knew you used the spell slot on something, I just couldn't remember what. Let's take a beating again.
Yeah.
As you notice, 2 brains with beaks, as we're calling them, 2 grells up ahead, and indeed they notice you. The first one notices you. We fought 2 types of grell last week, if you remember. We fought the fairly well-armoured grell that liked to peck the shit out of you, and we fought the very small, very unarmoured grell that reflected magic at you and threw you across the room when you got in melee range. These look like the small versions. Nevertheless, they will melee range go. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, they won't. The grell moves up into your range, squawks at you, and that'll end his turn, as that's as far as he can get. Bellows, you're up.
Okay. I couldn't remember we're in initiative and things, so I didn't know where I was going to be. Let's see
Oh, sorry.
here.
I got a 16 on initiative.
Yeah, that's
you?
fine. I don't think they show on our thing anymore since you turned off some of your extension stuff. It wasn't showing yesterday during Baldania either, which is
Sorry,
fine
what
because
doesn't show
often
where?
the little turn order box doesn't show on the screen for us, but I don't think it bothers me.
Okay. Yeah, fine, cool, great. But you did all roll initiative, right?
I assume.
I mean,
Last
did
time?
you roll initiative for this fight?
No,
I don't remember.
Did
think
we
so.
do it
Okay.
last week?
My
So
last
I think
thing
it's
was
just
like an
carried
Arcana
through
check,
from last screen.
and then my hit
Okay.
points. Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. Let's restart that
Check force
with
damage, okay.
you guys rolling initiative. I apologize.
Oh,
That's all right.
Yeah, I think it carried the initiative through because this is a repeat fight. Like, you've done this fight before. I think it brought the initiative through from last time. Corvos, do you want to go backwards in time?
Not that bad.
Wow, guys. Yeah,
Not a negative number.
Yeah, but
I
every
actually
one
rolled
of
it.
you...
Yeah,
I rolled a nat 1 as well.
Every one of you had over a 10 in the
I
previous...
also rolled a 1.
the previous version. Cool, well, the same thing happens. It moves
Well,
up.
he gets to go first. Yeah.
The only difference is that it's now Felix next, not Bellows. Which is good. I've been telling Bellows to just roll worse initiative and he'll stop getting beaten up since we started. Felix, what are you doing?
For the first time, I'm gonna remember that hex lasts an hour, and I'm gonna hex this guy.
Does it
That's
last
fine.
an hour now, or does it... Have you...
Yeah, concentration up to an hour.
Wow.
As long as he doesn't get hit and lose concentration.
Right, okay, you're not using... Your Warlock pact slots are still level 1, correct?
I have 2 pack slots, and they're both level 1. Yeah.
Right, okay, because once your pack slots reach level 3, your hex actually lasts like a day or something.
8 hours.
8 hours, yes. There you go. But cool. Right, I was just
Damn.
checking that. Okay, cool. So you hex it. It's hexed. I'll put a little pink.
Some fire starts wreathing around its body, and then I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. I'll keep it simple.
There is no search function on this, is there? It doesn't seem to be. On the markers for tokens?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay. Well, that looks kind of funky and cool. We'll give it that. Whatever that is. To mark its hex. Go ahead, Eldritch Blast. Roll to hit.
Nat 20!
Great, that'll hit.
Alright,
Make a dex save.
Excuse you.
You know what happens with these. They keep throwing your spells back at you. Give me the damage. So, Rico, what happened last time is the Grell took the damage, but then absorbed some of the energy and threw it back at Josh.
Interesting.
Yes,
Like
it
out of
is
his
a...
mouth?
Yes, it's... no, sort of like psionically.
Indeed.
It is a reaction as far as you know.
That's a 16 on the dex save.
Fantastic. You will take half of the amount of damage you deal, halved again because you're resistant to fire. How much damage did you do? And don't forget we're doing epic crits.
11. Oh, so that's 20.
So you rolled an 8, yes? That's
Yeah.
right. Plus 3, plus another 10, yeah?
Yeah, so 21.
Great. So you will take 5 fire damage, and it will take 21.
Doesn't Eldritch Blast ramp up to 2d10 at level 5?
I'm about to throw the
He's
other
about
one.
to throw the second beam,
Oh,
which is much better for him, because it only reflects the first beam. Okay, go ahead, roll to hit again.
Another nat 20.
Oh, sorry, Josh, you missed out your hex damage.
Oh, yeah, that would probably help. And that's a bonus.
Plus the 6, yeah?
Yes. So that's 9 fire damage.
Okay, cool. And you don't get that reflected at you.
Yes.
Cool. It is wounded. Your second hit,
Dirty 20?
a dirty 20. That'll also hit. No dex save this time. I can only do it once.
Nice, that's 11 fire damage.
Nice.
Plus another 3 fire damage.
Okay, you've officially got 2 levels in Warlock now. That is
I
disgusting.
sure
You can
do.
go away. Cool. Well, with that, our other friend will appear out of nowhere. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
Yeah.
Takes a look at, probably at L, to be honest. It looks jealous of your guitar. Perhaps jealous of your boogie, I'm not sure. Regardless, Bellows, it's your turn.
Wow, we really did roll badly.
Yes.
If it's my turn. Yeah, well, Bellows just kind of just I don't know, it's almost like makes like a long hiss, like steam almost escaping from his body, and he's just like, I think we need more room, and he runs off over here, and then he will just throw his hammer at the new one.
Say what? Okay.
He's got. He doesn't want to get thrown back across the room anymore. He's gonna throw.
Okay.
He's gonna throw his hammer at this guy. It's a little hammer.
You've done so many things, but that is completely new. We've run in a circle just to throw something.
Oh yeah. The running was just because we should get away from each other.
And obviously, the kinetic gem is not attached to your light hammer, right? So
no, correct. But it is a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
And it's 8 damage.
Nice. And can I just confirm you did throw that at the wounded one? Yes.
No, actually, I said the new one.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Brilliant.
And I do get a second attack, but I would have to do it with something else.
How many
Throw
light
my
hammers
hammer
did you
away.
have?
Well, I don't think I had more, and depends how strict you want to be about drawing things.
Oh, I don't give a damn. Throw as many things as you like.
Well,
throw
then
the
I'll shoot him
house.
with my pistol.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think you can throw a hand axe and hold a pistol at the same time. Although I don't know how
if
well
I
you
was
aim
ready
with your
to
left
do
hand.
that. Well, right, and it depends if I was ready to do all that.
Nah. Go ahead, shoot him. Shoot
All
him.
right.
Hit him.
It's gonna be an 18 to hit
That'll hit.
with let's see here, just 7 piercing, I assume, on a bullet.
I'm okay as well, Jamal. Yes. That'll. Sorry, you did give me a number just now, and my brain went nope.
7 piercing.
7 piercing, fantastic. Jamal was just checking the levels for me because we've had some volume issues recently. Any bonus action from you, Joe?
No.
You can only help in melee range, right?
Yes, I'm not that special.
Great. Elmore. Give me more. Or don't, just speak while muted, that works too.
Sorry. I was just gonna say I would have thought that Bellows would have enjoyed getting launched across the room kinetically, but I guess
He was
not
launched.
on-
A lot of things happened to him while you were away.
Yeah,
Fair
he's,
enough,
he's
fair
got more than anything, an absolute despicable hatred of birds.
Don't we all? So I'm going to load up the old boomcaster and fire off at the wounded one. Nat 20, I guess.
Yeah, sick. Let's do that. That feels like a bit of a waste, doesn't it?
I'm gonna roll. I know, honestly. Oh my goodness. So it'll be 5 plus 15, 20 damage.
Okay, is that with the epic crits?
Oh.
So
no.
if you take your regular sneak and regular piercing damage, which I believe is 5 piercing plus 6 sneak,
Okay.
which is 11, and then you want to add 12 piercing plus 12 piercing. So add another 24 on top of that. So
well.
we add the maximum possible roll to the second lot of crits. Regardless, it's going to exterminate that poor Grell.
I imagine so.
Yes, and he is very dead as...
And for a bonus action, I think I will. Is this a pillar here? I guess these boys. are
yes.
way-
These pillars are approximately 6 feet in height. 4 feet in height. Are these still? Is that those pillars? It is, right? These are the... No, sorry, those are pillars of disgrace. They're down there. No, these genuinely are pillars that go all the way to the ceiling, yes. They should be creating dynamic lighting blocks, are they not?
Yeah,
They are. They are.
Great,
they
yes.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, like I can't see right here.
Yeah,
So in that case, I'll try to hide behind this pillar. In this
you may
spot.
do so. Fantastic. Corvos, you're up.
All right. I'm just gonna, create a little space just so we're not clustered in case this thing can shoot something at us. And I will just use my meta creative arrays. So the first one is going to be number 4. That is poison damage. So
Okay.
see if we can hit with this. There we go. AC of 23.
Yes, that'll hit. Go ahead and make a
All right.
dexterity save, please.
All right.
Sorry, guys, I'm just
All right. 6.
fixing my lack of dungeons ambience. 6, yes, okay, so you will take the full brunt of your own spell.
All right. So it was 8 poison damage.
Yep, which you will take as well.
Yep.
It looks like it didn't like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then the second one is was a number 5, so that is cold damage.
Oh, I see. Is it also 2 beams?
The way it scales, it's like Eldritch Blast, where it gets more beams instead of a heavier beam.
Great! We love that.
So,
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
That's also brilliant when things are reflecting things at you. Well done.
well, yeah, I'd rather only be hit once. So,
Sorry, damage type for the second one was?
cold.
Cold. Fantastic. It doesn't like cold.
So AC 15.
That'll hit.
All right, 9 cold damage.
Nice. It is wounded.
All right, excellent. And then
difference
bonus
level, 5
action,
beams.
Metacreative Surge, and then my little wisp will move over there, and he will take his shots real quick. His actions, there we go, wisp attack. Boom. Oh, very nice. 23.
That'll hit.
All right, 5 force damage.
Nice.
The wisp.
Felix. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action transfer my hex to that guy. And then I'll fire out another Eldritch Blast. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
These plus 6s are great. That's 10 fire damage for the Eldritch Blast, and then 6 fire damage from the Hex.
Okay, go ahead and fire your second bolt.
Okay. That's a 17 to hit.
How are you killing this ugly-looking bastard?
So the flames that are like wreathing around it from the Hex just kind of like collapse on top of it as it just like turns to ash and drops to the floor.
Grilled Grell. Quite the delicacy. Here you find a Grell tentacle and a Grell beak. If you recall, the tentacles of the Grell are about 4 foot in length and are almost impossible to break through, working like a short bit of almost unbreakable chain, but very easy to twine and tie. I don't know what use you might have for them, but they're there. And a Grell beak, which is a small beak, very almost razor sharp, works like a very small dagger. But other than that, that ends that combat. Having cleared those enemies, just bear with me a second, D&D Beyond's loading, otherwise I'd tell you how much XP you got. You get 300 and... No, you don't. Math hard. 290 XP each.
90.
Yes, and I completely forgot to give Karnak a turn.
Oh, yeah, no.
Who needs Karnak?
Well, indeed, but he still usurped some of your XP.
There we go.
That's so bad to see.
No, next round.
Can I just
Your next
confirm you guys came from the right? Is that correct?
Yep. Yep,
Okay.
that was our room that we figured out the password. Hearted. Or
I
departed.
see. I actually
Heart-
didn't. I don't
yeah.
see. I don't have like the
Where you've
the
been.
traveled. The
Yeah.
traveled.
Once we get to the end of the level, as long as everybody's seen everything, I will let you just flit around on your own before we head down.
Okay.
Just for that sense. Okay. Where are we headed?
Oh, we got left or down.
Is there something here? Or is there a door here or something?
There are doors to the left. That room below, you did work out that at least one of them was quite small. Yeah. Those were doors. I will let you open that one if you wish. Inside you do see
Oaken, yeah.
a nice chest made of what looks to be bone and stone. What's
Is
the
it-
plan?
Is it a locked chest?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check. See what you can work out about it.
Here goes nothing.
The tomb on the
Don't know a whole lot.
the mural on the wall next to this area depicts one Fori Battlehammer. Fori Battlehammer was a dwarf who died young, sadly. So there are not many deeds of his. However, his father was very rich, so this is quite a lovely, well-appointed tomb. But he died in his mid-40s, sadly. Fell in battle is the mark given. Your investigation check was?
A 5.
It doesn't open when you try and lift the lid. That's what I've got for you.
Brilliant deduction, Elmore. I'm gonna try to play with the lock a little bit, maybe.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
That'll be a nat 1 for a total of 8.
Great. Yeah. No. You can't seem to wiggle it open.
Bellows.
What is it now?
Little help with this chest here.
It's made of bone and stone.
You're a strong boy. You can try to give it a couple whacks, no?
I can certainly give it a try.
Perhaps
As long as no one
focus on the
minds
bone.
when I smash whatever's inside there again.
What are you going to hit it with?
What am I gonna hit it with?
I have a suggestion. We take that +1 axe head that we have, and you use that like a chisel, and you just kind of whack it gently on the bone, because the bone's going to be much more fragile than the stone, and see if we can just kind of break any simple parts with the magic axe, and just enough force with your like giant wrench, just using it like a chisel.
Okay. Who's going to hold the axe head in place, or are you just going to kind of wedge it into the bone?
My wisp.
Your wisp! I love it!
Just a little floating starfish
Okay.
grabbing the axe head.
Yep. Bellows, if you're happy with that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool. I'm
And
not
it can
going to ask
hover,
for
so it can just be wherever it needs to be.
I'm not going to ask you a strength check. I'm going to say that's pretty fundamentally how it works, so that sounds great. Anybody who's in that cone of brutality, give me a dex save. Oh, sorry, you can't see that, can you? Layout.
Oh,
There
I'm
we
Ah.
go.
totally in that.
Well, the wisp was probably there.
Yes, I think the wisp is there too. Go ahead and give me a dex save.
I'll make a save.
Can I try and control flame, so maybe reduce some of the damage?
Give me a dex save to see if you can react fast enough. I think that's what I'll say. But yes, I think what happens here is as the axe head chips into the bone, it breaks the locking mechanism, but also snaps the trap. And you see one of those horrible little dwarven pipe heads that you saw in that room that slowly tried to close you out with flame. And it sort of explodes outwards in a tunnel of flame. How was your dex save, Phoenix?
12.
A 12? Okay. I will say that with a 12, who's that at the back? It ain't Bellows, that's for sure. L and Karnik can make their dex save with advantage.
Alrighty. I rolled a 15 for the first one before I had advantage, and amazingly rolled a 15 again.
Anyone who got a 15 or above is a success. And you're able to duck and dive out the way. Anybody who was in it and got below a 15 will take 6 fire damage. If you failed your save, if you succeeded your save, you take half.
Oh no, I roll automatically with advantage, and I rolled a 2 and a 5.
Lovely. So yes, a failure is 6 damage, a success is 3. Nevertheless, inside here you see 4 ingots of gold. They are very heavy and difficult to lift. But between you, like wedging the axe handle under, etc., you're able to sort of pick them up. I will say these will take a rather enormous amount of weight in the bag of holding. So I don't know if somebody wants to lug them around. They have quite a lot of monetary worth. Each one is worth 1,500 gold pieces. Though usually you may find them quite difficult to sell sort of as a bar. These can also be used for creations and such, so it's up to you guys what you want to do.
I was going to suggest we have Karnik hold him, but I don't know if I trust the guy.
He can carry 2.
6,000. Okay.
Yeah, I think, let me just do a little bit of research here. Yeah, so each gold ingot weighs approximately 35 pounds. And it's obviously quite in a dense area, and they're pretty difficult to grip, so... And not only that, but 35 pounds in a backpack is okay if it's the only thing in the backpack, or one of the only few, but I think most backpacks hold 60, is that correct?
About that, yeah.
Exactly about that, I think.
backpack.
The official stats for
30.
backpack are 30.
Yeah, so
Oh, there you go.
yeah, if anything, this is pretty rough to lift them out. Karnak will sort of say, I don't mind if we take the riches of Fori Battlehammer. It's been 250 years since he saw the light, and even then he didn't really earn the money in his 40 years of life. But I will say that I don't particularly feel like walking around this dungeon weighed down by the gold. Perhaps on our way back up from the lower levels we might see whether we can still fit them in our bags.
Otherwise, we can. I'm willing to empty out a bunch of rocks for the bag of holding, which
yeah,
can hold 500 pounds.
500, right, okay, so that'll
So-
be pretty fine.
Yeah, I think we can. We'll just empty out.
You angle them in, and piles of these stones just sort of float out into the ether and sky. I mean, to be fair, the pebbles are only taking space. They were never taking weight. Right? So,
Yeah.
you're able to fit these in pretty easily, these 4 gold ingots. Karnak looks to you, and I will say, however, that it would do this dwarf happy proud if you do use them in the creation of something exciting and interesting, instead of just selling them off for the money to the drow or something. But you do with them as you please. I won't be particularly desperate.
There's a possible commissions that I could finance with this gold. That would be made of fine dwarven adamantium.
And then I can see the worth. Not to mention that my dwarven friends will be making some money out of you. I like that. I like the sound
Infusion
of that.
into that economy. Yes.
Well, shall we be onwards?
Is everyone okay? The fire was not too terrible, it seemed, but if anyone
I'll be
needs
fine.
help-
Yeah. El will sort of take off his hat and sort of pat the flaming clothing off of Bellows.
Aye, the laces have gone on my right shoe, but apart from that, I'm doing fine.
I'm jealous. It looks refreshing.
On we go then.
Yes.
Okay. You find another door in front. It's quite a little sort of easy push door. Very well made, very dwarven. And as you come on in here, you see that this is the tomb of Nori Battlehammer, Fori's twin brother. He fell in battle at the grand age of 186. And there are beautiful murals on the wall depicting his life. However, it is said that he left his entire wealth to his daughter. Thus, his tomb is quite nicely sort of laid out, but there is nothing of particular worth or expense down here.
Alright. Good enough.
Next door, let me guess, Thori.
As you look at this door, it's stone, and there is a lever either side of the wall to lift it.
Do we need to?
Well, I mean,
lift
it's
both
just
of them?
automatic, right? So you pull the levers and it just whoop, up it rises. Oh, I realise why you're hesitating now. It didn't rise. As it rises, I need every single one of you to make a strength save, please.
Ooh.
Interesting.
This will be very interesting.
I'm not good at these.
Me either. Oh, not bad. 15 from El.
Bad.
Oh, okay.
12 for me.
So what happens is that you feel a suction coming from the room inside.
26.
And apart from Bellows, I think nobody else got above an 18, did they?
Okay.
No.
Karnak got a 19.
Okay. Bellows, you probably are able to grab somebody, but everybody else is dragged into the room and pulled very sort of towards the center. As you look into this room, you see a swirling pile of light at the center of the room, which I will put down in a second. Bear with me.
That he wants to put ourselves somewhere where we got pulled to.
Yes, that is where the pull is. Right at the center of the room.
Who are we saying that Bellows was able to grab?
That is up to Bellows.
Given the slight backstory entwinement, probably Akorovos.
Okay. So Akorovos
I
and
know him
Bellows,
best.
you remain in the doorway.
Excellent.
Karnak also can stay out there. Elle, you are pulled into the center. Immediately, Elle and Felix, you'll hear a sort of noise, the grinding of gears. And in fact, as you look upwards, you notice that the ceiling is slowly descending towards you. And as you look to the sides of the walls, you notice that they are slowly closing in on you.
Just gonna turn to L. Well, I didn't see that coming.
We're certainly in quite the tight situation there, Felix.
Bellows, the door is going to close between you and Arkorivos. You won't be able to hold it open. Do you want to drag Arkorivos in or out?
I'm gonna stay in and push him so he stays out.
Oh.
Arkorivos, is that okay, or would you prefer to be
Isn't
in
it?
with the friends? I will let you make the decision, not Bellows. To be fair, actually, I think.
He would let him get pushed out because he's a mind flayer and he doesn't love any of you, and he's willing to survive and watch you all die.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure I had a contingency plan for Arkorivos not being in the room.
I can be in the room too.
Wait,
So,
fine.
no.
As a player, I would like to help problem solve. So
Great,
I'm okay
yes.
being
I
in the room.
just, as an only partially intelligent guy,
Yeah.
I'm not sure
Sorry.
the problem is solved from inside the room.
I didn't
You
mean
know,
to pull you. Yes.
like I'll try to hold up the ceiling. You try to fix it from outside. That's like
Okay.
Bella's brain.
So you notice that pulsing at 4 corners around this room are 4 crystals of coloured light.
I'm gonna fire off an Eldritch Blast at the red one.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll to hit? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
17.
Okay. As your spell strikes the red crystal, the light inside goes out and it stops pulsing. Maybe the walls slow down a bit, you're not sure.
Alright.
Well, considering I'm standing right or within Felix, I guess, I will do the exact same, except I will target the yellow one.
I'm assuming you're not doing the exact same. You're not Eldritch Blasting, are you?
No, I am shooting with the boomcaster.
Okay.
Probably.
As
Actually, you know what? I will shoot with a pistol instead. I don't
Okay,
think I need
you line up your pistol and pow, take a shot. The bullet hits the crystal, ricochets into the ceiling, and flies off across to the wall. Nothing else happens.
Okay, I'm gonna conjure flame and throw that at the yellow one.
Okay. As you do so, the red light starts to light up again. The walls are getting closer, guys.
Alright, so conjuration spell was wrong.
A little help here, Arkorvos.
Okay, Josh, I'm really sorry. Your brain is very large.
Thank you.
And,
Order damage
my-
type and not magic school.
My brain is a little smaller. Yes, Josh.
Yeah, I was
you
just
are
going
right.
off of magic school colors.
Magic School Color was the correct move. I just thought Produce Flame was an evocation cantrip. That's all. The yellow light went off. So my logic was that you'd throw an evocation spell at the red one, it would do fire damage, and then you'd try and throw some other, like cold damage or lightning, but no. Felix just big-brained everything. Well, regardless, you've got a green and a purple thing pulsing. Felix, you can explain your actions at any point, or are you just going to carry on throwing spells around?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fix the problem. And I don't. Does it have to be a roll to hit to turn them off? Does it just have to be a spell? Because I've got Cause Fear for the green one.
You've got what with a who?
I've got Cause Fear. It's a necrotic spell. Necrotic screen. I also don't want to waste a spell slot.
You have Cause Sphere? I don't see
I
that.
do. It's a warlock spell.
I don't see that on your spell sheet at all.
It's right there. It's level 1.
Okay.
Actually, I have Vicious Mockery.
Vicious
I'm going to
Mockery
look-
is a...
Enchantment. I'm gonna look at the pink crystal.
Okay, just worked out that what Felix is doing, yep. Go ahead,
Yeah.
tell it to fuck off.
I'm just gonna scream, "Fuck you, Pinky!"
The light goes off. Arkorivos, I will assume at this point somebody has communicated what's going on.
Yeah, I'll be trying to telepathically, like, you are deactivating the crystals. What have you found? And I will go up to the green one, and I will try to inflict wounds on it.
Okay. You can use a spell slot if you want. But would
I
you not
don't
rather
have
use a
any
cantrip?
necromancy cantrips.
Don't you have chill touch?
Nope, not currently prepared.
Oh, you can change what you've got for. Okay, so
Oh no, I do. I do have chill.
Yeah, in my defense, I did prepare the
for
dungeon
touch.
based on the
Yeah.
idea that you could all use a cantrip.
Oh, you're right. I do have chill touch. God damn it, I do have chill
Right.
touch. Yeah, we're gonna use chill touch.
Fantastic. And as that moment happens, the lights go off. And the walls and the ceiling start expanding. The door opens and Karnak sort of pokes his head in and... Are you all right in there?
I'm gonna high
Yes,
five
quite well.
Al.
Oh, sorry, the big, terrifying, lighty thing goes out as well.
Can I just ask, out of character, because I tried to make a not totally dumb barbarian, and instead now I'm a very dumb player. Do the schools of magic have established colors? I don't know about that.
Yeah, if you click on
yeah.
the spell,
They do in D&D Beyond.
yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's
They
D&D
don't
Beyond,
in
that's
actual
not real
D&D lore.
Oh, they don't?
No.
I
no,
thought
they do
I
not.
thought that they were always associated with the color. Like necromancy
Yes,
was green,
so did I.
abjuration was blue.
The colors on D&D Beyond were
The
originally...
symbols are like old D&D lore and stuff, but the color is just kind of.
Is it just Strixhaven
Okay.
that introduced that then? Because in Strixhaven they use those colors in the books. For the
Oh,
schools.
okay, yeah.
So that's
Could be
where
a Strixhaven.
I didn't realize it
Fair.
went. I just thought it was referring back to age-old time when everybody just knew that shit. Apparently not. Well,
It's
very
okay,
cool.
as long as none of the colors was transmutation. That's all my spells are transmutation, so it wouldn't have helped anyway, but
I think
No,
transmutation is orange. if I'm
It's
not
this
mistaken.
orangey, goldy, yellowy thing.
good to know.
I'm gonna high five L and then just be like, good job, Arkorovos.
Oh, very welcome.
Okay. Yeah, the doors to the other four exits are 1, 2,
This is
1,
just
2,
came
3,
from.
4, 5 doors. Sorry, 5 exits.
5 doors.
All exit at the same
Hmm.
time.
there
Yeah,
we've already been.
yeah, that is the way you came from. Correct.
We came from here. So that eliminates a couple doors.
Perhaps we should all go together.
Agreed. In case
We
have
need to see
separate-
what was back where those stupid brains were coming from first. Or just assume it was nothing but a corridor.
You did see into it when you first arrived and see it was a fairly small room. I
okay.
thought somebody did. I thought we established that they were coming from a small room. Somebody stepped up, and I was like, actually,
over
we're not
here.
going to have that fight. We're going to, yeah, in that room.
I'm incredibly fast now. I'm just going to run back and look.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Cool. Yeah, so in that room, if you just stay there for one moment.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we can probably stop the trap music. We're not about to die anymore. I always forget to turn the trap music off. Oh my god, where did I put it?
It'd be funny
Oh,
if you were
no,
playing
not that
trap,
noise.
Trap music for the trap.
You're an idiot. That's what I was looking for. Okay. As you step on into the should we try it again? I'm having some real troubles here. Excuse me. Just gonna refresh. I don't know what happened there. I tried to play something and it played a track from something else and then it all went shit-shaped and left side. Okay, no, it's still happening.
It's quite pleasant music right now.
Yes, but the problem is I can't stop it, control it, or do anything with it.
Oh.
Alright, guys, go over there for a second. That'll do.
Yeah.
That'll fix my problem. Welcome back. Okay. Great. We have sound, right? Apparently we've got a burning village going on, but we have some sound, which is good.
Nice.
Fantastic. Okay. Back to the point. Bellows, you moved into this small room. Picketed into the wall are tiny little coloured gems all the way round. Karnak will exclaim out and, this is the most beautiful work. The mosaicing tool system is not something we've used in a long, long time. This person was clearly very important, but there's no markings here to indicate who they were. And then at that point, can I take, if anybody's having a look around in this room, so Arcorivos, Bellows, and Elmore, a perception check, unless any of you are sort of actively touching the wall, at which point you can do an investigation check instead.
No, I'll investigate.
Figures.
I'll perception.
Perception of 25.
Curious dude.
23.
Wow.
18 on investigation.
Okay, so you're all pass. And as he says this, you sort of look at the back wall, and there is just sort of on this wall here is a tiny drawing of a baby dwarf, shrouded in clothing, almost their face almost covered. And beneath that is written not in Dwarven, but in a different language. Does anybody speak Celestial here?
Ooh, what do I got?
Not I.
Telepathy. Nope.
Okay, if you wish to satisfy your curiosity, you'll have to wait 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
You got nowhere else to go.
Does the baby have a beard?
No.
Ah, perhaps it was not a dwarven child at all.
I love the idea of a baby brought with a beard.
Just a
Leaves
fucking
beards
baby.
come in very early. Was it a
Yeah,
beard?
it's 13.
I mean, maybe that's why it's written in Celestial and not Dwarvish.
Ah, maybe it's an ASMR born amongst the dwarves.
Ah,
So it's not as hairy.
Immaculate conception.
Normally, of course, Bellows would be impatient, but because his player has taken Celestial on 5 or 6 different characters to no purpose ever, and now there's Celestial and I don't have it on this character, I will stand still and wait however long it takes.
Eventually, when you decipher this message, blessed born the unnamed child of Durbar Battlehammer III. Unfortunately, due to events unseen, the child was taken by the gods Moradin and Dumathoin for purposes greater than we mortals can imagine. May this room lie forever in memory of he who would have been the 28th king of Mithril Hall. If Arcorivos, as you were investigating, you did notice that every single one of these gems has a tiny bit of magic embellished in it. And as you run your hand along them, if you do so in a fairly steady motion, each one will play a single musical note. And if you run your finger all the way along the wall of the room, it will play what is a little bit like a dwarven... What do you call them?
lullaby?
Lullaby, that's the word I was looking for, yeah. My brain's going, nursery rhyme, nursery rhyme! I'm like, no, not what I'm looking for, please, put it down. Yes, a dwarven lullaby.
Elmore will sort of take a little time and work out the notes that were played and maybe just like go at it a little sweetly, a little
If
softly.
you play it, Karnik, obviously having heard the story as well, I'm assuming Arcorivos read it out loud.
Yeah.
He begins to weep, and my mother played me that song when I was just a babe. It always brings a dwarf to emotion. We should recognize this child. Darbar's child. A beautiful commemoration. More important than any singular dwarf is a babe.
Well, perhaps that is important as treasure.
Very different than the way children are reared in my people. It is very competitive. They often eat each other.
He sort of spits out a bit of beer that he was drinking, and I'm sorry, I said that you occasionally eat each other.
Well, when we are simply tadpoles in the pool of the great elder brain, we must eat each other to survive. I have consumed, I guess over the course of 10 years, hundreds of other tadpoles before I was ever selected for Ceramorphosis.
My great uncle Spurnham said that that Archimedes was the Academius was the height of sophistication and civilization.
Oh yes, only the strongest tadpoles are allowed to go through Ceramorphosis.
That is barbaric! It can't be
Yeah,
eating
there are
children.
too many of us. I mean, the last time I contributed tadpoles to these pools, I probably vomited, 2,000-3,000 of them? We cannot have them all reach maturity. There simply are not enough brains for us to eat.
That is incredible and also completely and utterly fucking disturbing.
It is the circle of life.
That is not the circle of life that I was brought up with.
Oh yes, James L. Jones has explained it in great detail.
Yes, the great Mind Flayer scholar and actor.
Yes, James L. Jones.
I'm guessing I've missed that reference, but regardless.
Lion King.
Oh, I see.
James Earl
Yes, the
Jones
circle
does
of life,
Mustafa's
right?
voice.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Brain. Nope, I was looking for some sort of sci-fi connection to somebody who vomits 2,000 children.
No, Disney movie.
Bellows, you're giving that door a long, hard look. Did you want to kick it?
Well, some people had to take themselves away from their families in order to get something exciting to happen. How about the next door, or should we go back to the big room?
Oh, the closest door? Why not?
Opening it.
Here you see two pedestals, approximately 4 or 5 foot in height. These are the pedestals I thought we were looking at earlier, and upon each is a large urn. Inside these urns are sand, but the sand shifts color as you look at it from different angles, almost like tiny, tiny beads of glass reflecting the light.
I'm going to take just a minute real quick, and while my Wisp is acting as a lookout for me, I'm going to check to see if this room contains any quintessence due to the kind of artistic and sentimental nature of this whole rigmarole.
You take a couple of minutes. Weirdly enough, the place where the quintessence is coming from is nowhere where any of these gems are, but is instead a couple of inches under the ground. You can feel it glowing and see it glowing.
Yeah, so I'll try to kind of get as close to it as I can and see if I can use my face tentacles and my summon Herr Skrummikuchen and see if I can draw out the quintessence and squirrel it away into my stein real quick.
You're able to do so, but in the process you do note that the shape of this quintessence was in a box, perhaps 3 foot in length and maybe 2, and a foot across and perhaps a foot in depth.
The casket itself.
Yes, but not perhaps in the shape of a body, but perhaps in the shape of the shroud in which the body was interred. I'll give you that, because let's face it, we're not going to drill into the baby's casket to have a look.
Well, I figured it wasn't there.
So, it's. I'll tell you that just for free. The quintessence.
The quintessence through its eyes.
Yeah, and then inside this.
It's baby flavored.
Inside this second chamber, as I say, and the sand is shifting colours. It's like not it's not very fine grains of sand. It's like ever so slightly thicker, like little flecks of glass, not grass, glass. Otherwise, the chamber is completely empty. It looks decorative, but serves very little purpose, as far as you can see.
Karnik, care to shed any light on these strange urns?
I wouldn't do that. That stuff can be near blinding in the light. Usually used as a decorative tool. Pasted onto walls with glue, stuff like that. Or occasionally added to chests and various of the like. Why it's stored up in urns like that, haven't got a clue. Perhaps they forgot about it as they were going round and using it in the dungeon. Who knows? Technically, this could be used to be blinding, etc., but so can regular sand. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You might find a cool, interesting purpose to it. It's basically the medieval equivalent of glitter,
Interesting.
but a little more solid.
Could like mark a path or a trail or something.
By all means, grab a pouch of it. Karnik will look at you like you're crazy if you do, but otherwise ignore you. It's worthless in Meccania, according to him. You know, there's so much of it.
I'm just gonna grab a handful and like throw it up in the air and let it rain down on me.
As it rains glitter on L, and he gives us a great D major.
Yeah.
You can
Make sure nothing gets in my clothes.
you can kick that second door open if you wish.
Bellows gusts a little puff to keep it away from himself.
Speaking of gusting and puffing and
I
puffing
want to
a
be
gust,
finding it in 3 days.
you do notice as the wind sort of comes out of this chamber that it is untouched for a long, long time. Something in here is different to the other rooms. And indeed, there is a singular sarcophagus that for some reason seems to have vanished. It was here when I was checking this afternoon, but I seem to have somehow deleted it. I'll see if I can find it while I'm chatting. But this sarcophagus says, "Here lies Thrain the Ninth." Thrain was a very, very old king. And indeed, detailed below in Dwarven, Karnak will tell you, reinterred here from the ancient tombs. Doesn't list why.
Re-entered.
Yeah, reinterred. So you would assume that his entire sarcophagus was taken from one place and brought to another. Goodness knows why. However, this room is richly appointed. The paintings on the wall are beautiful. The sarcophagus is nowhere to be found. Within this tomb, if you were to sort of take a closer look, it looks like the actual sarcophagus itself has been opened in the past.
I think Elmore will walk over and take a peek inside.
Oh, goodness me, I put it in the dynamic lighting section. That's good, isn't it? That's exactly what
Wherever
we
it
need. Yep, if you open it up and take a peek, you will find... Hey, there we go. Nope,
There it
should
is.
be in the middle of the room. Oh, that's somewhat in the middle, isn't it? It'll do.
Close enough.
Yes, you will see a few gold coins scattered underneath the body, but it looks like this entire sarcophagus was once filled with gold coins. And they are incredibly ancient. As you take a look at them, Karnak will sort of nosily look over your shoulder as you're retrieving dwarven artifacts from a dwarven tomb. And, my goodness, I think that's the mark of Thrain the Second. That coin dates over 3,000 years of dwarven history. These, we've got a couple of these in the collectors section of the library back at Meccania. I suppose they've still got worth for their gold themselves, but they'd worth a lot more in sentimental value than 3 gold pieces. Goodness me, a dwarf would be very happy with... And with that, he sort of leans in, pulls one out for himself, and pockets it. A dwarf would be very happy to possess one of these. If you're ever wanting to bribe a dwarf, that's the coin on which to do it with.
Noted.
And then he sort of leans down and sort of... Goodness me. Is that one of those old counting belts? From millennia's past? I don't think I've ever seen one of those in real life. I've only seen drawings in books. What he's speaking about is I think it's a coin pouch or a pouch of... I can't remember exactly what it is. I had it written down, but unfortunately it's disappeared with the tome. Is it accounting, counting? So I'll find it for you later, but basically what this does is it's a coin pouch or bag or belt pouch, I can't remember exactly, that if you are, I think it's a buckle, maybe. No, anyway. If you put a gold coin in, it breaks it into 10 silver pieces. If you put a silver coin, it breaks it into 10 copper, and vice versa. The other way, I have a strange feeling that Joe might have one of these in another campaign.
Yeah, I do, and I'm trying to remember what it's called.
So I'll let you track that down over time. But for now, you can just call it the accounting belt or something. But yes, they had these in ancient times for easy change of gold. We didn't have banks back then, you know. And digging through the treasure chests, looking for a piece of copper was a nightmare. The dwarves devised this clever system. And it's basically alchemy instilled upon a belt. That's rather marvellous. You should take that, you should. Most interesting item.
It's just called Money Belt, and it's not coming up in the inventory for treasurettes.
Right, okay. It's probably attached to a piece of homebrew that's died somewhere in the ether. I'll remake it. But regardless, he sort of looks over to a necklace round the dwarf's neck, and he grabs it. And if you don't mind, I'll be keeping this one. An old heirloom of Moradin. It's my god too, you know.
Seems reasonable.
You're the dwarf, baby.
Other than that, this room is fairly empty.
I assume we take the other two, or was it just 2 more coins?
Yeah, there were 3 coins in there.
Yeah.
No.
Apart from being good for bribing dwarves, as far as you know, they don't really have any value beyond being interesting.
It's nice to have.
And
for sure.
ancient, yeah. Cool.
Let's check out this door over here.
Okay, these 2 wooden doors are crumbling. And indeed, as you put your hand to them, almost immediately they just give way and disappear.
Okay.
Take a step in.
As you enter in, the room's empty. Sorry, the light's being very weird in there, I know. But as you enter in there, the room is empty. There is a couple of markings to sort of indicate that perhaps this was due to be used for a room for somebody. And then either they didn't die, or their body wasn't retrieved, or something went wrong, basically, because they're not in there.
As the party goes in, I'm gonna take one of the coins.
I think everybody took a coin.
Sure, I just don't want to do it in front of everyone.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you can dig in and take one. Cool. As you... oh. Excuse me. Sorry.
What are we thinking, boys?
No, well, seems to be a door down there that meets up with a passage that we've kind of gone seen a little bit down, but not all the way.
Am I correct in thinking you've been to this room on the right?
Yeah, I think that's what
we've
Miyago was
definitely been
saying.
through some of that hallway, yeah.
Yeah,
And yeah, that looks, because yeah, I've got like kind of fog of war, but it ends kind of right around here, so
Yeah, there are doors.
I think
That's why.
yeah, okay, so yeah, so there's, yeah, so we've been in this room, but not either of the doors that connect. So we can go that way, we can go this way. There's probably a decent chance that these loop back to there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So maybe we do that loop and then go to the left.
So down first, you're saying?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, let's go.
For my own sake of simplicity, what I'm going to do is actually open all the doors. They are just simple iron doors, so as you go down and explore, you notice another one of these. He called them gauntlets, or rat runs, where dwarves back up through them for defensive purposes. Stop.
Yep.
When your little wisp... Oh, wait, does it walk on the ground?
No, it's, but I'm just moving me and, so I'm there too. Me, the wisp, and, Karnak are just kind of moving.
As soon as you step on there, you hear this sort of boom noise.
Nope.
Oh, I didn't mean to move the text. You can go back. Yes, and all of these sort of pits, these gaping pits, open up. I mean, you can only currently see one, I think, maybe two. But you get the impression that a lot of them opened when you stood on that plate.
All right. Well,
that's always fun.
grab my wisp, just kind of float over there, and I'll just. Oh, that was Karnak. We'll leave him there.
Yeah, I mean, it's only 5 feet. You can step over it quite easily.
Okay.
And indeed, as you step around, you will see that all of these have been lowered at once. Just be very glad nobody was standing in any of those pits when
Wow.
Yeah.
the door
Just gonna walk
opened.
around.
Incredibly lucky. Yeah.
Make it easy.
It's another one of these cases where the trap was far deadlier if you were coming from the other direction. Because you haven't even got into the tunnels yet. But yeah, you're able to sort of ascertain that these corridors wind left and right and up and down and whatnot. But for the most part, yeah, you're able to see that they wind backwards. If anybody does make it through the maze to the bottom, go ahead and scrape until you're as far down and left as you can seem to work out.
Alright.
There's a dead end over here.
Yep, that's a dead end. Actually, there's 2 levers on the wall, but as discussed before, these levers make all the paths reset, and all the traps, so you didn't pull them last time, and I'd appreciate if you don't pull them this time, because realistically I can't make D&D Beyond do it. But Karnak told you. That's what happens. Okay, you come to a door here, however. Sorry, you can't see my ping. A door here, however, that you don't seem to be able to open by any technique, kicking, punching, smashing, picking. Yeah.
Is it just a lock? Like, is it just a metal lock on it?
You're not sure. There is no lock handle or any form of discernible way in which this door is closed. It appears to slide up, but nothing Bellows does seem to be able to move it an inch. You would assume that it's either magical in nature or it just opens from the other side.
Do we not have a chime of opening?
You do.
We do. We got one very recently.
But I'll save you the charge if you ding it. I mean, you can use the charge, but if you ding it, the door stays in place.
Interesting.
Well, go
Connors,
around.
you can give
try
me an
to go
Arcana
from the
check
other
on it.
side.
Thing must not be working.
If you wishes, you may have seen these doors somewhere before, but somewhere very specific.
I did not roll well.
Nope.
Got a 10.
Oh, okay, then perhaps Arcorivos hasn't visited the place I was thinking of. Yeah. Regardless, other than that, you can head all the way back up.
We go, up we go.
Again, you proceed back through the rat run. And you see this chamber opened up to the left. Al. In this chamber is interred... oh, I clicked the wrong thing, sorry. Is interred one Barinden? That's, I'm not going to attempt to spell it out for you. It's in the Tome of Dwarven History if you wish to look it up. Regardless, the only thing that's notable about this tomb is that it's very tall for a dwarf. Karnak sort of looks in blue. Either there's a lot of space below his feet, or that's a big dwarf. But he...
Tall dwarves are nothing now that we've seen a beardless dwarven baby.
Aye. Crazy that, isn't it?
I think I'll do the same with the other tomb and perhaps slide the lid open a little bit if I can.
Oh, you're going to try and open it. Interesting. Okay. There appears to be... First of all, it's incredibly difficult to make the lid do anything. This is stone and gold inlay. There is no lock of any discernible nature. But Elle, on your own, you are incapable of lifting this weight. Seeing him do this...
Do you need some help, Mr. King?
Perhaps these arms ain't what they used to be, you know.
I'm not a massive...
Well,
Oh, sorry.
No muscle mass.
I'm not a massive supporter of going through their tombs, but I'll at least help you. It is a bit different with the one back there. It was already open. And Carnicle sort of wedge his arms in, and eventually between the three of you, sort of, you lift it 2 or 3 inches.
I'll
But
use my telekinesis to help with
Yep.
the 10 pound. Just that little bit.
And I'll use my mage hand, my fiery mage hand, to also lift it a couple of inches up.
5 pounds over there. Regardless, you finally sort of begin to get it a decent way open. And there's something very strange about this tomb. The body looks perfectly preserved. It is a dwarf. It's got a nice dwarven beard, dwarven set head, etc. It's almost 6'2". Right.
6'2".
And Karnak nearly drops his bit of the weight, and goodness me, that's a dwarf. That's not a dwarf.
Indeed. Normally we do not like dwarves for metamorphosis, but this one would have made a good candidate.
Maybe
Yeah, quite-
he's not all dwarf.
Quite the noggin on him.
What on
Very
earth have they
possible.
done to keep his body looking like that? Looks like he died yesterday.
This is very odd.
Well, probably keeping the lid shut was helping. Too bad about that. Now we've made it okay for the next people who come through.
Certainly, yes, putting him in a sealed container like this would be helpful, but still, that alone would not be enough.
Argonovos, you determine that there is some magic involved. But it's not magic you recognize. Strange.
It's odd magics that I am not terribly familiar with. But there are similar spells that I have heard of that keep a body fresh for weeks. But
Weeks.
this has obviously been
Berendrin
centuries.
died 4,248 years ago, if my dwarven maths is correct. That's a long time for a body to look fresh, with nobody doing what? Upgrading, repeating, maintaining, manufacturing. I don't know what it is that you do with the magic, but nobody touching it for 4,000 years. Maybe that's what made it work.
El will sort of like look towards Bellows and Felix as Karnak was speaking, and sort of mouth, "Dwarves do math."
We do history. We like history.
Well, if there's nothing really,
Despite being perfectly preserved and
On
6'2", there is
person, yeah.
nothing else in there.
yeah, I guess let's leave the man to rest then. I guess.
Are you putting the lid back down?
I think we should.
Yeah, I think so.
As you lower the lid, you get like a sort of inch away from it closing, and then it sort of closes itself, and it makes this kind of sound, a bit like, like a fridge, like squishing almost together. Argonovos, you can at least garner at this point that the magic was on the tomb, not the body.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, hopefully Khan Nunyan Singh stays asleep, and we should just continue on.
Yeah, cool.
Away we go.
So there's a couple of light doorways here. I'll just open them for you. And indeed, as you head on down this corridor, this is another one of these very utilitarian corridors, no murals. As you look to the left, you see what looks to be a storage cache. Sort of a few crates, a couple of bowls up against the wall, and a large cardboard. Yeah, sure, definitely what I was looking for. A large cupboard, which appears to have a sort of metal chain around it with a padlock on.
That seems like something we can deal with.
I think so. I'm gonna try to investigate a little bit.
Yeah, it looks
if I
like a
can-
padlock on a chain. Your passive investigation is more than sufficient.
Okay.
It's a padlock on a chain.
Well, I will make the attempt then.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, give me the sleight of hand check.
Pop the old hand off. 15.
Yeah, that's plenty. You pop it open, and inside you find a wand of pyrotechnics and an amulet of light. Perhaps these were being used for the purpose sort of while making the tomb, and somebody just forgot to remove the storage cupboard. Wand of pyrotechnics and a amulet of light.
I think El will sort of grab the wand and flip it a little bit, and assuming that it has some sort of fire theme decorations on it.
Oh yeah, it's got like fireworks at the side.
Yeah. I'll hand it over to Felix and say, I think you'd have fun with that, Felix.
I'll take the wand, and I'm assuming I can tell what it does.
Yeah, pretty quick. It's pretty easy to tell.
I'll just look at it and I'm like, I'm glad you didn't wave that at that torch over there. Would have blinded us all.
Do bear in mind that these torches I did mention are all unlit, but yes, yeah, I know they look lit, but I wasn't going to put.
Also, good thing because I've been this whole time been thinking I really want to use pyrotechnics, but everyone keeps getting it near torches, so maybe it's better that all of them are lit.
I calculated that I needed to do something in the realms of 500 light sources if I wanted to put light on the torch, and I thought, fuck it, they're all out. However, the Amulet of Light, Karnak will sort of glance an eye over it, and I don't understand why that'd be down here. Dwarves see perfectly fine in the dark. Perhaps for whoever enchanted that weird sarcophagus back there.
Independent contractors?
Aye, we don't tend to get many of those in. But enchantment and magic is not really always our thing. So perhaps that. I don't know.
Well, we'll find use for it.
Aye.
So? Continue?
Yes.
Alright. Ja.
Oh, I shouldn't be
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. Carry on, as you were. Yeah, as you sort of wander into this room in particular is fairly empty. There are 3 metal sort of, I don't know how to explain them. Like a filing cabinet without the drawers, like a bad version of a bookcase. Well, no, there's no actual shelf. It's like brackets.
Oh, okay.
And Karnak looks at them and, whatever they're for, they don't seem to be serving their purpose anymore.
Agreed.
He can't work out what they are, but Bellows, you might have seen these before. Have you got a blacksmithing check?
No,
given that
I
you
mean-
yet? You did do blacksmithing, right? I am right on that.
Yep.
Yep. Go ahead and give me a Constitution check then, please, with proficiency modifier.
Sure. Okay. Oh, I'll use my saving throw.
That works.
Yeah.
10.
Could be the same number.
10. You've seen contraptions like these that had pulleys or levers on them for maneuvering very heavy objects. But these don't have the pulleys attached, so maybe they're not the same thing, you're not sure.
Useful in the right circumstances if intact, but don't seem of much purpose here.
Well, then they're of no use to us.
I think if we struggled to decide whether to carry back gold bars, we should certainly be ignoring these.
Right.
Cool.
I'm gonna head down to this hallway.
This whole area seems to be like a glorified supply cabinet. Alcorivos, you look up and see broom handles with no more broom feet. What do you call those bits? Heads! Not feet, heads. With no more broom heads left on them. Old mop sticks, that sort of thing. The room that you're in has sort of various carving tools, engraving tools. There is a full set of mason's tools if you wish to collect them up. Other than that, there's... No, but they're there. Other than that, there really isn't much going on in these chambers. It's very unlike dwarves to not clean up after themselves. Karnak will comment on this, and perhaps they thought they were going to be doing more work when the sundering happened. I don't know.
Or perhaps something drove them out. Spooked them.
Don't say that. We're headed to the lowest levels. I've heard rumours of that Balrog thing. Don't believe them in the slightest. As you look into there is what appears to be a fairly rich chest. It's slightly open and it's overflowing with sort of gold and jewels.
I don't know if I'll be able to help myself. I think.
As you see it, Karnak looks at it and that looks like payment for somebody. Well, they didn't collect it, so we should. And he'll take a portion of this. After his portion, There is 137 gold pieces.
Ooh.
My favourite word, to malachite. I know you call it malachite over there, but to malachite and to hematite or hematite. I'm not sure on that one. I will put that text in. Oh, it's not locked. Promise. It's. There you go. How do I? There we go. Yes, L. Stop standing on the writing. Damn it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Other than that, you see what looks like a rather expensive-looking door down to the south. Beautifully made, mahogany wood, well preserved and varnished with gold and silver inlay.
It generally leads to something good, no? And I will attempt to open it.
Yeah. You simply push the handle down and the chamber opens. In this room down below lies the tomb of... Sorry, let me go and get his name. Snorri Whitebeard. Snorri Whitebeard. That's S-N-O-R-R-I. He's not Snorri, okay. Snorri Whitebeard was an excellent king, well defined, and here there is a scepter. But if you attempt to take it, Karnak will... excuse me, but Master Whitebeard was quite the ruler. That is his scepter. He's well known for it. That's an item of priceless dwarven history there. If you wish to wait till he's left the room, it's a rod of rulership. If you don't, leave it behind. I'll let you guys decide that. But Karnak, while he can see it,
Karnak
would like it left.
Oh, we'll leave it be for now, I think. Elmore will anyway.
You can always come back for it, right?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we still have... No, we took the gold, actually. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Up ahead to the right, you see another one of those rat runs. But this one, immediately you note, is different. There is a steel door with a mouth at the center. And as you come close, it'll start talking to you. It's annoying, isn't it? It'll say, it wears a leather coat to keep its skins in working order. It escorts you to other realms without a magic portal. There will be all of these riddles here, but I will only give the first one first, right? So it's just the first one, but it's sometimes easier, I see, to read them. So it wears a leather coat to keep its skins in working order. Escorts you to other realms without a magical portal. I haven't shared the answers, have I?
Nope.
Good. That would be just me and my Roll20 knowledge. Share all the answers.
El will look at
ask its shoes.
Yeah,
real
Corvos
quick.
for sure.
Shoes is my guess.
Shoes?
Yeah. They
It'll
leather.
look at you and...
They bring you places.
Is that your answer?
We given a limited amount.
It says nothing. Karnak turns to you, and usually in these cases you get it wrong and something happens.
Oh, we can think longer then.
Choose, sort of, right?
Yeah,
Ish,
boots.
yes.
Boots.
Yeah, makes sense.
Kind of shotgun some stuff out real quick.
I
Brainstorm.
was going to say horses, because they're made of leather.
Horses are made of leather?
No, other way
A
around.
saddle was often
Saddle
primarily
would
made of
be-
leather.
Yeah.
However,
Leather out of horses.
it doesn't keep its skin in working order.
I suppose you can make
Oh.
leather out of horses. It's not usually the
Yeah.
skin that's used, but yes.
Okay, what else escorts us to the realms without a magic portal? Gets us
I have
I
to
mean,
say,
it
place
could-
to another.
I don't know
it
if
could
he's
just
just
be-
playing in character, but I thought Joe would be on this, on the specific one very quickly.
Well, maybe once I get it, but I'm actually quite bad at puzzles and riddles and things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm terrible.
I thought this was one you might know more than anything.
The letters one was letters. That's different. If I know
I
for
see.
sure it's a word thing, I'm good at word things. But
Interesting.
I mean, it could just be good old feet.
True. Good. Yeah, the feet themselves, or hands or gloves. Also, they are less escorting to other realms. Also, I guess you open a door with a gloved hand.
Karnak looks at you and... the realms might not even be real. That's the only hint I'll give you.
The realms might not even be real. A
In
book.
is plural, which is weird.
A book. You
Mm.
see?
Book would make a lot of sense. A leather-bound book.
I have
Vellum
many
pages would be
leather-bound
skins.
I was going to carry that.
My
forward,
apartment
but
smells
I-
of rich
Oh,
mahogany.
that's the word I was looking for. I couldn't remember the next line. I have to start at the beginning. I'm very important, you know. People know me. I'm kind of a big deal.
I'm a big deal. I have many leather-bound books.
Yeah. Anyway, regardless, who wants to submit an answer? And if they are submitting an answer, books or shoes, whichever it is.
I'm good with books. I think.
Books.
Yeah, I think Elmore will sort of proudly stand before the
Okay.
thing and say, "Books."
You see it sort of opens its mouth wide as if it's going to scream at you. And then it closes and the gate opens. Are those doing dynamic lighty things? They're not, right? You can see beyond them. Can you walk through them? Great. That's what we like to see. And you come to a second door on the left.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah. And as you arrive in front of it, it says, towns without houses, and forests without trees, mountains without boulders, and waterless seas.
It's a map, right? I'm saying
do
it
you
like
want
that
to-
in character.
Do you want to submit that answer?
Yeah, I've literally. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay,
to
the
the
mouth opens up to scream and closes. The door opens.
All right, excellent.
Lucky you found a dead end.
Yay!
I imagine L, as Felix was talking, was about to like cover his mouth to be like, "Don't say it yet."
I'm gonna search around anyway.
Elle, as you head down there,
I would say have a dead end behind the magic doors. There must be something here.
Karnak looks to you, and you've got to remember that somewhere there'll be a lever, and then the paths reconfigure. So sometimes it might not be a dead end. Elle, you've just stepped through a door. As you stepped in
alright.
front of that door, it said to you, "The foolish man wastes me. The average man spends me, and a wise man invests me. Yet all men succumb to me. What am I?"
take it from someone always in a hurry. This one's time.
Indeed.
And yeah, the door will open for you. And you see both a door on your right as you get around there, El. You see a door on your right and a door in front of you. And they both hesitate as if waiting for you to tell it. Josh, you're jumping over doors. Go ahead and stand under L. As if waiting for you to choose which door. Right or right or up.
I think we will go up.
Okay. It reads to you in a strange, quite succinct manner. Blessed are the first. Slow are the second. Playful are the third. Bold are the fourth. Brave are the fifth.
Is that us?
Certainly, I don't know if any of us are blessed.
You might be a little slow, though.
None of us are. I would like to think of myself as somewhat playful. But millennia-old dwarven riddle probably has nothing to do with us.
Agreed.
Just us first.
It's something that's all one thing. We're not going to tell them about 5 different people of us. It's something that there's the first one of it, the second one of it, the third. I don't know what it is, but
Trying to think of something that like goes through a metamorphosis, but I'm not sure where blessed and bold and brave would come in.
Just a heads up, Jamal told me that you guys would never get this one.
Good chance.
He was like, yeah, he was like, it's too, like, it's not something you jump to, and I was like, ooh. So Karnik will sort of look over at it and go, well, bugger if I can get it. That's all. I was going to give you a hint, and then I thought, nope.
Is it the stages of growing up?
No. I'll tell you
Are
just
old
no.
people brave? There are the states of matter. Solid, liquid, gas, plasma. Nope, there are only 4 states of matter.
well, they keep inventing others in the lab. But
Well, yeah.
As I will tell
They're
you,
all
that-
just
oh, sorry,
different
go on.
kinds of
Go on,
plasma.
you first.
Let's be honest.
I think it's something more like Felix is thinking. It's like a child's steps or something like that, but doesn't quite fit.
As you are saying this, the door sort of glistens, and various letters of dwarven runes and such spread over the door.
I think I have it actually.
Go on out.
It's quite clever.
With language.
I might be completely wrong, and it
Go
could
on.
be an complete coincidence. But I'm gonna step up and just say, the answer, blade.
Beautiful. Do you want to explain to everybody else in case they've not understood what you're saying?
Yeah. So the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth letters in each respective word are B, L, A, D, and E.
As
Crazy.
you say blade to it. Well done. The door opens. And the 5th door, before you can even walk away, goes, what kind of room can you never enter?
A
I still don't think
broom?
I'm eligible to enter that last one.
Did you say a broom?
Sorry, Josh.
Yeah, I
Do you
did
know
say
what?
broom.
I will give you a mark for that. You can have that.
A broom? That's actually pretty hilarious.
It's actually a mushroom. But you went
that's
for the
very
same
funny.
logic and pun, so I'll give it to you, and the door's open. Yes, so at that point you have opened all the doors. And may proceed up or right, whichever you wish.
All right.
Also, fuck you, Jamal.
No, what he was saying is it's just not it's not the direction your mind is likely to go. He was like, you're going to get them
I know.
stuck there for ages. I was like, I'll give him a hint.
I still don't understand it, even after the
So,
explanation.
okay, so the first letter of the word, blessed is B.
Yeah.
The second letter of the word slow is L, etc. And it spells
You gotta
out
move
blade.
down the word. Okay, yeah.
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 But, yeah.
I'm
Regardless.
like, blade is not spelled with an S. What the fuck is happening here?
Yeah.
Baslud!
Yes.
Yes, no, regardless, yeah, you see, ahead of you what looks to be, oh, no, I don't know, you don't see anything, yes? You see the same doors you've been standing in front of all this time. Are we going up or are we going right? What's the plan?
Oh.
Where are we gonna go? Let's check up real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Is that a door? or
Oh,
is that
sorry, is there a door there? There shouldn't be a door.
I don't know.
Oh,
Okay.
there isn't a door there
That's why I
anymore.
asked if it was a door. or not.
Right here, right here, right here.
Yeah, cool. So as you
Door.
head on in, you
Ooh,
see
empty
a
room.
stunningly beautiful marble-appointed room. And at the very center, at the back of the room, it says, "Here lies Bonego Battle Axe, first son of Bruenor. Battle Hammer, sorry. First son of Bruenor Battle Hammer. Most honored dwarf, for whom this room was built. 12th king of Mithril Hall."
Did I just walk into a sauna?
I'm looks like it.
On the wall are various pictures, different portraits of Benego Battleaxe. He definitely had red hair, was definitely brawny. Other than that, who knows what he looked like given all these different pictures. His tomb is very richly appointed and inlaid, and Karnak sort of makes the sign of, well, probably not the cross, really. It's I don't think the dwarves represent Christianity, but sort of makes the sign of a god. His thumb upon his lips for Dumathoin, and God only knows what they do for the others. And kneels at the, yes, exactly. He makes the sign of the gods.
The sign of the beard for Morin.
And bows deeply to this. There are sort of, I mean, I suppose the portraits are covered in very richly inlaid gold frames, etc. But realistically, there's no accessible treasure in here. Unless you just start, scraping the gold off his tomb. But it is a beautifully appointed room. Other than that, not much going on in here, I'm afraid.
Well, it is a very nice room. But,
A very nice room full of nothing.
There is a very interesting fact. Karnak will look at you and it's not full of nothing. This is one of the most amazing dwarves of all time. I tell you his whole life history, but it's all in that book of yours. One thing you will notice on the right is one of those doors that looks like it only opens from one direction, but you're standing on the right side of it. It's incredibly heavy and metal, and stone is down. It lifts with a sort of lever that's turned on this side. And indeed, should you head through it, come back, yada yada, you would realise that that is exactly how the door worked on the other side, over there. So yeah, I'll give you that one for free. You enter into a chamber. In fact, I think that right there is that door, isn't it? Yes, that door there is indeed the door that you couldn't get out of the last time. Okay. This chamber is still an ode to Benego Battlehammer, and here are many different writings of his deeds. And from reading it, it looks like he slayed 1,000 armies, killed 47 chieftains of the orcs on his own, felled a dragon in single combat, all sorts of things that are mildly unbelievable. Regardless, apparently he did them all. Bellows, down there you see a door like none other that you have seen thus far. It is sort of... It's made of sort of marble, it looks, but it's inlaid with lots of patterns of leaves and possibly nature of some sort.
Not a very dwarven motif.
No. Usually means magic. But if you push it, it will open.
Well, then I do that.
You see a sort of wooden platform suspended over a deep, dark pit. There is a plank leading downwards, and as soon as Bellows you step into the room, I need a strength save from everybody.
Oh, nice.
Assuming that I'm just going to put you in if that's okay. Just
specialty.
Yeah, it's fine. Sorry, cat explosion here. I was trying to figure out if I could.
I'll take it.
All right. Karnak got a 16.
Okay.
Art got a 1.
Lovely. Arkorivos, and anybody else who got below a 16 on their strength save is being blown to the south rather quickly by a heavy wind from the back. Just to confirm, Phoenix, what did you get?
I got a 10.
Great. Yeah, the wind is blowing. It's you're not fall. No, you're not just gonna fall. Let's relax. But it's very difficult, and you begin to lose your footing.
Can I just jump across with the wind to get to the other side?
You're gonna try and make a 15-foot leap.
I think
I am gonna jump with
without
him.
even trying.
Yep. Go ahead, Arkorivos. Sorry, you were saying?
I'm gonna jump with him and then just cast Featherfall on us.
Okay. As soon as you move over the darkness as you leap, you feel this horrible sort of sinking feeling in your mind as you realize that the ground is sucking you downwards.
Oh,
below there.
I'll cast levitate and grab our Corvus.
Okay. Can levitate lift over 300 pounds?
500.
500.
Ooh.
Great. So yes, it's 300 pounds of force bringing you downwards. So yeah, you and Arcorivos sort of on this levitating step.
Oh.
The wind slowly blows you across in your levitate, and as soon as you guys pass that moment, as soon as you pass over there, immediately that suction stops, and you can feel the pressure on the levitate stop. The suction is definitely only coming from that dark area. However, Felix, you've seen a couple of your friends leap. You're really struggling for footing. Elle, did you fail as well?
I
Thank you,
miraculously
Very
passed.
unexpected.
Actually.
You passed. Fantastic. Yeah, so I'm going to say Elle sort of latched himself onto the door frame, and obviously you don't feel pain in your digits, right? And they're quite solid, so it's just like... and you're held. Karnik is also restraining him from the back. It's just Felix that's struggling here. Felix, are you going to jump after your friends, or are you going to...
Can I sort of latch on to grab Karnik's hand and sort of try to, like...
How well did Karnik pass?
Karnik,
I think
got a
just
16,
passed.
yes.
We both just passed.
Okay, yeah. He's like, for goodness sake, I can't hold this up for very long. His arms are sort of wrenching out its socket. Featherfall targets 5 other creatures, is that correct?
Yep.
So, Felix, you would have felt the magic of Featherfall upon you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my necklace and take a deep breath and give myself guidance, and then I'll try and jump over.
Okay. As soon as you get over the darkness and let go of Elle's hand, you feel yourself being sucked downwards. It's slow because
Can I use my bonus action telekinetic shove to pull him toward me and onto this beam?
I will let you pull him towards the beam. I'll need a dex save, Felix, to see if you can grab it.
Alright.
I mean, and depending on when we can do more stuff, I can have dropped off our Corvus and go back. But I assume it's happening pretty quickly, so...
Yeah, I mean, everything's sort of happening quite fast. He's scrabbling, Karnik's grabbing, Elle's moving, you're levitating. There's all these sort of things going on. What did you get, Felix?
12.
12. You make a grab at it, but you just feel yourself sinking faster and faster. As he lowers down, you guys can't see down. It's pitch black. He doesn't make a sound. He doesn't call out.
Is it magical darkness?
Yes, it is, but
Then I
hold on. Felix, I'm going to ask you just to say nothing and do nothing in this situation, okay?
All I'll say is that my necklace begins to glow silvery blue, and then my eyes turn that color as I can see in magical darkness. That's all that happens.
Right.
What I've actually done is send Josh a message to tell him what has happened to his character. The rest of you, as you look down, you cannot pierce the veil of darkness and see and hear nothing.
I'm gonna take that. So that amulet of light does that just glow on its own, just like the light spell? Or
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's
Okay.
20 feet of light, I believe.
Okay, so I'm gonna just kind of grab that with my telekinesis mage hand and just try to make it kind of follow where Felix went.
As soon as it
close as I
passes into the darkness, it will be completely blocked off from you.
Okay, then if I can recall it, I will.
Yeah, you can bring it back up again.
I can
That
just
is
lower myself down there and see if I can figure out what's going on. And I step off and start using levitate to...
Okay.
I think it's 20 feet.
You
action.
fall sort of 5-10 feet into the darkness, and then suddenly the group hear nothing from you, see nothing from you.
Felix! Felix, are you
Telepathically
down here?
contact him.
Time continues a little bit.
Bellows, can you hear my mind? I use my telepathy.
You get no response from Bellows.
No.
Again, Joe, I've sent you a message just in
Yeah, I
case
saw.
you're... Yeah. Karnik sort of looks down and... Well, they can't just be gone, can they?
Well, certainly there's a bottom to this pit.
Can you get rid of this darkness? And he looks over to Arcorivos.
I do not have anything, I think, prepared right now. That will create more powerful light spells in the darkness that is beneath us. However,
El, as you're gripping, a little sort of shaft of wood comes out and stabs into you. Somehow I know you're immune to piercing damage. You will still take 1d4 of piercing damage, and it will hurt you. You take 3 piercing damage from a suspicious-looking Twitch viewer.
I'm going to conjure my familiar out of his extra-dimensional space, and then I will start to see and hear through Herr Skramikuken, and I will drop him into the darkness.
Okay, something very interesting happens as you drop Herr Skramikuken?
Skramikuken.
Skramikuken, yes, that's the one.
Yes.
You notice through his features that everything has gone rigid in his body, but you're still seeing. He drops down into pitch blackness, which you assume to be magical darkness. And after a while, he comes to a stop upon the ground, and in fact, as he sort of tilts forwards and drops, you're sure he falls on top of something. But from what you can work out, he is paralyzed.
Alright. I'll kind of return my senses to me. Like,
What's the news,
it does not seem too deep of a fall, but my Herr Skramikuken was paralyzed when he fell through the darkness. Is it likely our friends have suffered the same fate?
Well, then how the fuck are we gonna get him out?
Perhaps we can deactivate the magic somehow. But I do not know how at the moment.
Is there a door around you?
I think immediately to the south here. So, yeah, I'm gonna go check out that door.
Yep. Sorry. It's just a wooden door. You push it open.
Yeah.
You can walk out.
Well,
You move into an interesting looking room. Some murals on the walls of old dwarven feats. This seems to be Durbar Whitebeard's chambers, son of Snorri. Not much else.
Alright. Oh, well. I found another burial chamber. Is this another door here?
Yep, a further door is easily pushed open, and you see a rich treasure chest.
Alright, well, this seems like perhaps
Yeah.
something to explore when the team is back together.
At this moment, Felix, you come round
over here.
down at the bottom. You see, sort of 2 or 3 inches above you, is a sort of magical shimmering, which looks to contain some form of paralyzing dust. And about 15 foot upwards, you see your friends leaning over the edge. Maybe 20 feet. Oh, it actually says 40 feet. There you go, 40 feet. Sorry.
Do I see Bellows next to me?
Yeah. Bellows is sort of lying on the floor, sort of.
No, I'm not.
Oh, no?
I just sent you a message. As soon as I lost the ability to take actions, I will not have continued to fall. Levitate will just hold me there.
I just suspended it in the air.
It doesn't remove concentration? I thought concentration broke. That's what I was...
Maybe? Yeah, I didn't think about that aspect.
Yeah, it does depend on the condition.
Yes, paralyzed, it says
Incapacitated
incapacitated.
will break.
So yes,
Yeah.
levitate will have ended.
Okay,
You would have
cool.
sort of, very gracefully, because you were featherfalled, just sort of flopped upon the ground. But yeah, he's sort of laid out, sort of arms splayed. But other than that, he kind of looks okay.
Like, I'll go over to him, try and stare him, see if he gets up, wakes up, you know.
Nothing, and his body's sort of rigid.
Am I still in the magical darkness? Is that just...
The magical darkness is above you.
right,
Yep,
just
sort of
that.
6 or 7 feet up from you, from the ground. And then it's sort of 10 feet of darkness, and then them. Or 30 feet of darkness.
So it's
sorry.
just regular darkness.
Magical darkness.
No, for where we are now.
Oh yeah, it's dark, but it's not magic.
Yeah,
dark.
it's just regular darkness. Okay. And then I guess I'll shout up, "We're okay."
You guys all hear this?
Can you get back up here on your own?
No.
If we drop a rope, would that be useful?
Yeah, possibly, but Bellows seems to be out like a light.
Well, tie the rope around him.
Exactly as you say that, Bellows then stirs and recovers. It lasts 3 minutes, the paralysis, so I sort of had to ballpark figure that. But yes, Bellows, you also come round down at the bottom of the pit, looking up. Of course, you will see magic darkness, not what Josh sees, which is through the darkness, shortly above you.
Well, that was a lot more than just dark.
All right.
Glad to see you up, Bellows.
What
Oh,
is
so
the,
you can hear us up there?
That we can.
I'll kind of yell back up. There'd be no point throwing a rope down because we'd get almost up and be paralyzed again and fall back down. There's no way to go back up.
So, if you tie the rope to yourself, that if you lose consciousness, we can continue to haul you up. Yes.
I think that works out.
I would like to give it a shot. As I'm
Karnak.
the one in danger.
I was gonna
I'm gonna
say,
turn it-
someone put Karnak on the rope, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I have another idea,
Um,
and I'm going to.
Can I just remind you
oh.
that Karnak and Elmore are the other side of the bridge right now, yeah? So whoever's pulling up the rope, it's either them or you guys, it's not both.
I was
I
going to
don't-
use my magic goat. That has the strength of a horse.
It does.
Oh. I think that would be a good idea.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I'll take the little figurine and whisper its command word to it and summon my magic goat.
Fantastic. You do so. It appears. It seems to be able to stand quite strong against the wind.
Bastard. Ah! Bastard! It has been some time. I will think of a better name for you, but for the moment, would you like to be heroic?
I can't. Did it have a voice last time? I can't remember. But for now, it'll
It
just.
definitely
I'm so
did.
sorry. I can't remember whose voice it has.
It's okay.
So it'll just,
I remember
it'll just
that.
respond telling you, I am indeed always heroic.
Ah! Then, we will have you haul our friends to safety up this rope. There is magic that is putting them to sleep, and you can drag them to safety with your enormous strength.
Magic that puts them to sleep. Some people pay great money
Yes.
for that. And with that, he will begin to haul if you have tied his rope correctly.
Yep, yeah.
Bellows and Phoenix, as soon as you enter the darkness, you will indeed be paralyzed again. Yes, completely starfished out, the two of them come up on this rope and sort of...
Heave,
flop-
you magnificent bastard.
They both sort of flop out onto this platform. We're going to have to give
Alright.
you a token for a goat, aren't we? Goodness me. Is it a large token as well? Please tell
It
me
will
it's
be
a-
large, yeah.
Great. I've always wanted a large
Is
goat.
it,
in
is
my
it an
thing.
ivory goat? What is the
Yeah,
statue?
it's an ivory goat.
Yep, it's the goat of traveling from the ivory goat.
Since it's large and it can't go through the hallways, it can only pull us like 10 feet.
Yeah.
But yes, you are able to. It holds them onto the platform, and then you guys are able to sort of reel them out. Once you've done with that, what are you doing over there, Elmore? What's the plan?
I'm trying to figure it out with Karnak right now. I'm just like
Karnak looks at you and eventually I'm gonna let go and I'm gonna run across that bridge.
Well,
Perhaps
you know,
we let him
Karnak,
try. If he
I
falls.
really only weigh 23 pounds. I'm sure you could carry me across.
Oh, for goodness sake! And with that, he'll lob you on his shoulder. Give me an athletics check for Karnak, please.
Alright.
It's probably just a strength check. I think,
Karnak.
actually.
He is proficient in
look at
athletics,
me.
so he gets a +7 to the 19 he rolled for a 26.
Oh, we
Heckin'
love
right.
that. Yeah, so he sort of charges across. He steps on Felix's paralyzed left toe, but apart from that, sort of thrusts you over into this room. And he will simply lob you into that room as he gets there. And then he looks back and he's like, looks down at Felix, I'm sorry. And then he pulls you out by the leg. And will drag you in, and will subsequently drag Bellows in. And then stand round here and poke his head around the corner. Are you okay there, Arkorivos?
Oh, yes, very much so. And then I will turn back to the goat. And Freundin, these tunnels are very tight, so I will again reduce you to your smaller size for the moment. And I will turn it back into
How
his little
smaller?
figurine
The
size.
figurine, right, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the figurine. Yeah.
Farewell, master. With that, he will, he'll figurine, and you guys have made it through that interesting trap. I've always wanted to use that trap before on somebody. And as we have made it there, I think that's where we'll take a short break. We'll be back.
All right.
Sorry for the delay. We were discussing food, cookware, and making food in the gap. However, we have returned, and so we will pick up where we left off. Having just made it across the... What the fuck? Why are we all the way over there?
I know. I was like, whoa.
Having just made it across the beams, I'm assuming we don't fancy going left across the beams again.
Not
just
yet. Maybe.
When Bellows comes to, he was definitely going to look back in there and go sort of, we don't want to try to go over that way then.
It is tempting. This whole contraption was obviously meant to keep someone away from something.
Arkorivos says that there's some treasure over here, though, so we may as well.
Yeah, I actually misspoke earlier. It's not treasure of a sort. Arkorivos, when you moved into that chamber to your north, what in fact you saw were two large alchemist tables.
Interesting.
Upon which is an alchemist's apron. And a rather large host of ingredients, which I will just copy-paste, to be honest.
Alright.
Fair.
But it contains arrowroot, cactus juice, fennel silk, ephedra, wild sage root, worm tongue, petals. Weirdly cut that into 2 messages, and I don't know why. And an alchemist's apron itself, which just has lots and lots of pockets. The alchemist's apron seems to keep these herbs fresh indefinitely.
No.
Doesn't have any other purpose, but that's what it does. And there is no chest there, it's
cool.
just tables.
Yep.
Yeah, these sort of
Alchemist apron.
1900-year-old or 400-year-old worm tongue petals are looking absolutely perfect. I'm sorry, there isn't actually a door there, so I don't know why there's a door there.
There we go. Alright. Yeah. Arkorivos will take that.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that occasionally mispronounces your name.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so you come into this room. It's very utilitarian. There are some markings in the wall indicating where tunnels will be dug. Where tunnels will be... That's really weird. Will be dug. But anyway, where indications of where one should dig. But obviously the digging never happened. Oh, fuck, that was some tense fuckery. Yes, regardless, some markings on the wall indicating that digging should happen that hasn't happened. However, down to the south, Arkorivos, that door is quite fabulous. It is one of these wonderful mahogany doors inlaid with gold and silver. Yeah.
The steel is likely a big deal.
So far, so good.
Okay. If you twist the handle and open, you will... Oh, I don't know what I did there.
Oh.
Big picture came up on the screen for no apparent reason. And I will scroll briefly, because I know he's in here somewhere. Here we go. This is Nern Shieldbreaker's tomb. Ironically, what is on the wall is a +1 shield. It is a very large buckler. I'm really sorry if you are the small size, you cannot wield it. But if you are medium or above, I think you're all medium and above creatures anyway. It is sort of like a tower shield. It's 4 foot in height, and it has a sort of kite shape, I guess is the right way to describe it. It is inlaid with dwarven markings and runes. And Karnak will tell you very freely that if you use the dwarven word for light, it will cast a light in a 5 foot radius around you.
Oh.
It's very bright, but it's just very brief. When I say cast a light, I don't mean like a light that you can use to see. It's like it flashes, basically. It's used to catch foes off guard and occasionally try and blind them.
Okay. Cool.
And it will activate as
does anyone but our Corvos even use a shield?
Not yet.
I can, but then I can't swing this with both hands. Or at all, for that matter.
You wouldn't want that, then.
I would gladly make use of it for the time being. Yes, I can hide my frail squid frame behind a giant shield.
Mechanically, it's just a +1 shield that you can add. It does have that mechanic in it. If you want to use that mechanic at any point, you're more than welcome to. But it will only have an effect on creatures in melee range, which is why I said 5 feet. Because technically the light flashing will probably light up a whole room, but it's instantaneous, right? So just 5 feet. Cool. There's another beautifully inlaid mahogany door to the right. That's all that's in that chamber. As you head down these halls, there is a tribute to one Raccavello. Raccavello is not a dwarven name, as you probably noticed. Indeed, it is the name of a tiefling who has done some of the artwork within this tomb. But Raccavello's own work is within that corridor. So not paintings of dwarven history, but instead paintings of pretty ladies and unusual landscapes and other exciting things. That small chamber seems to be just a chamber. There is a door to your left and an open passageway to straight ahead. I'm going straight ahead, are we? Fantastic. Okay.
Just for now.
You hear some bubbling over to your left. Like flowing water.
Oh. There it is.
I would like to see this water. This is a door.
Yep. Let's pop that one open. There you go. And yeah, you can head on in. You see what looks like a rather nice pool of water. Weird. And upon the wall, written in Dwarven, it says, "Breathe deeply of the waters. Breathe in the waters deeply, and partake in the riches."
Elmore is going to flip the hood up on his cloak, actually, and hop into the pool.
Okay. The bottom of this pool, if you go down to it, which will probably just sink, to be fair. There's no reason why. Well, as you know, you can swim, right? But if you're
I can swim now, yeah.
Not to swim, you will just sink. Yeah, you will hit the ground, and you'll find that the bottom is almost like it's covered in glass. Beneath this, I mean, it's not. You can hit it; it's not glass.
Yeah.
It's see-through, basically. Beneath which appears to be a host of gems and gold and riches.
I'll swim back up and tell everybody that what I'd seen, basically.
I mean, I will say, to be fair, that even from outside the water, you guys can see these gems sparkling under the water. The water's pretty clean.
Well, I can't particularly breathe, so when do you living folk want to get down here?
What is the idea? That we breathe in the water and hope to not drown?
I mean, I'm gonna check and see if it seems like water, if it manipulates water, like with my shape water cantrip.
Yep, it all moves around. It is just water.
It's definitely just ordinary water.
I'm going to activate my cap of water breathing, and then I will just kind of hop in the water and kind of just take a deep breath. My weird little lamprey-like mouth.
Yeah, with your cap of water breathing equipped, nothing happens.
Well, get on in here, Bellows.
Yes, all right. I'm not afraid of water. We'll see what it does to me.
Or you, Felix.
I'll jump in, and I will attempt to actually breathe the water.
As soon as you go to take a breath sort of the water, the very first moment that water passes your lips, you hear a voice inside your mind. Unfortunately, I don't think you speak Dwarven, do you?
No.
Nope. It says something of some interest. You don't even get to the point where the water hits the back of your throat, and you see a single large egg-shaped blue gem appear at the bottom of the water, sort of out of the glass into the actual water.
I guess I'll be Bellows and try to grab it rather than going back and telling them first.
Yep. You pick it up, and again the voice speaks into your mind in Dwarven. You're able to leave the pool with it. It looks to be a sapphire, but it's a beautiful it's an egg-shaped sapphire.
This is a little bigger than the one on my spanner, but there was some sort of strange voice down there. I didn't understand it. I don't know if it matters.
Corvo says, you look at this blue diamond. It is emitting magic to your senses. A blue gem, sorry.
There's something more than just a normal, mundane mineral value to this. It radiates magic.
Does the magic seem water-related?
What words are saying.
Sorry, did you... Joe, I missed what you said.
I was just saying if the magic seemed water-related in any way or anything like that.
Perhaps. Yeah, you can go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Bellows. See what you can discern.
11.
Yeah, it seems aquatic of some nature. But you can't seem to make it do anything.
Sure. No, but I would, relay, like... Well, there's only so much of the magics I understand, but there's definitely something water elemental, perhaps, about this.
As breathing the water did not seem to harm you, perhaps I will take 10 minutes to cast Comprehend Languages on myself, and then I will try to replicate your success.
I just want to confirm, Comprehend Languages does count for what you hear as well as what you see, correct?
Yep, it's anything you hear, or if you touch something, you can read it.
Yeah, and whereas it's tongues that allows you to speak it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you go down there, you're concentrating on your spell, and you go to take a breath. The water doesn't reach the back of your throat before a dwarven voice speaks into your mind. The riches have already been partaken of this year.
There is a yearly amount that we can take from this place?
You into the water and nobody responds.
Can I try to just project that out telepathically?
Yeah, nothing responds.
Okay, nothing. Well,
if you attempt again, you'll begin to feel yourself choke as water will enter your throat, and suddenly it all will be a bit vile. So please don't drown yourself. Just for the benefit of working out what it is.
Spent the first 10 years of my life breathing water. But yeah, I'll climb out of the pool.
But ironically, you can't do it anymore. Some skills are lost in growth.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, this orb is definitely magical in some nature.
Well, I can ritual identify it as well.
Yeah. Or you can just poke it and probe it and have a little look if you wish. I'll take an Arcana check from anybody who pokes and probes it first.
Yeah. Give it a couple of pokes before I sit down with my spell book to ritual cast something. 14?
Yeah, it definitely has something to do with water. It's probably activated by something dwarven. It's dwarven magic. Karnak will come and shout at it if you want in various words.
Yes, perhaps pick some words that may activate a water dwarven magic item.
He tries the word water, and immediately it begins to emit water. He'll stop before he drowns you all. And then he sort of tries air and all sorts of other things. But can't seem to work out. He sort of says there's definitely... It has 2 effects, does it not? Is that what you said? You did say. Yes, sorry. Got to gloss over that. It has 2 effects. He can't seem to work out the word for the other. But if you were to identify it eventually, you would find out that the other word is contain. This device can contain up to 6,000 gallons of water. It can soak it in, and it can disperse it back out. It can't make water out of nothing. It must collect the water first. And if it doesn't contain any water, it can't emit it. And if it already contains that amount of water, it can't contain any more.
Alright.
There is... I did try and make it on D&D Beyond, but everything I've created for today's session seems to not be findable yet. I think it's because I did it today, and it hasn't updated. So I will pass that over.
Is there a limit to how much water goes in?
6,000 gallons.
6,000 gallons.
In full disclosure, I have no comprehension of how much 6,000 gallons is.
I was just curious to see if we could, like, drain the ocean.
I don't think so.
No.
This world still had oceans anyway.
Josh, it's 27,000 bottles of Pepsi. That's how I'll measure it for you. So yeah, I mean, I would suppose it's like you could probably drain a lake. I think
Not even close.
6,000 gallons.
Nah,
An Olympic-sized swimming pool is 660,000 gallons.
Oh, great. Well, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So a cubic foot is about 7.5 gallons. So if you think of each of these 5-foot squares, I'm not sure how deep it is, but each of these are at least
5 feet deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Full
Full
gonna be
disclosure,
25.
my attempt was to work out how much water was in that pool.
Mhm.
That's how much water it should soak up and put back.
That's a
Okay.
decent amount.
It's
'Cause
15
I'm
foot
okay
deep,
with- yeah.
15 foot wide, and I don't know, 30 foot in length. It's whatever Joe said for the Olympic swimming pool. That amount of water. That's what it does.
Alright.
Yeah, the idea being that it's the exact amount of water that's in this pool. I guess 27,000 liters isn't as much as it sounds. But yes, just that amount of water. That's how much it can do. But it does currently seem to contain as much water as was in the pool.
Okay.
Even though the
already full.
pool is also full of water.
About 50,000 gallons.
So,
Sure, great. Yeah. Other than that, there seems to be nothing else going on here.
well, this is actually incredibly useful. We can keep the whole crew of the airship hydrated. And I can see if later we will empty a bunch of the water out and see if we can drink in a cloud. As a cloud is simply water vapor, yes?
That's
be
what
very
I look forward to.
interesting.
That's the best use I can imagine for it. Alright, we'll
I
change
just
your
want
name
to
to
like a
Arconos
mind flare with
Cloud,
his like tentacles flailing, just like absorbing a cloud.
Cloud Eater.
Tipper. Cloud Tipper.
Cloud Sipper,
Yeah.
much better, yes. We like it.
Consume a cloud.
For what it's worth, the door at the bottom goes to the same place as the other door did, which is where you came from. There is also a door up and to the right, which I've opened, but you can go in it or not if you like. You did see in the bottom room, which you came in from, there was a small chamber, a small door to the bottom right that looked very fancy. Bottom
how
right,
fancy.
not that door.
You-
Arconos.
This one here?
Oh, you can't see it. No, it's
This
down
one here.
here.
Oh.
It's below you to
Yeah,
the
no,
right.
can't see it.
There is a fantastical... It's almost a painting of a door in sort of gold inlay. And oh, I see. Bellows and doing the rounds. I'm just going to drag you over here for a moment, just so that we can spend a second staring at this door. Because Karnak is fascinated by it. And he turns to you and this is one of those old Delzoon doors I was telling you about. You know, we've got to be a dwarf. We've got to speak to it as a dwarf. But this one is older and more fantastic than I have ever seen. And with that, he will place his hands upon it. begin uttering Delzuni shit. And eventually, although it looks like a wall there, you will see in, and there is one simple metal chest. And in front of it is what looks like a large jar with a brain in it. Carnicus, well, shit, dwarven or not, that's bloody horrible. And he steps back.
Indeed. I'll try to telepathically talk to the brain.
Oh god, I was like, lunch! Yeah, it doesn't speak
Exotic.
back. The brain seems to be, to Arcorivos will quickly discern that the brain is inert. It's not doing anything. Yeah. Oh, it is now. As soon as you enter the chamber, Arcorivos, the brain begins to maneuver around and float. It does not belong to any form of humanoid creature you've ever seen. And in fact, the entire jar begins to grow tentacles. Out of the bottom, hops up, and stares at you.
Good afternoon. May I know your name?
And when you say that, it attacks you.
Well, fair enough.
It doesn't do much else, to be honest. Yeah, I didn't even consider that you should try and talk to it. Sorry. Brain won't work fast enough to think of anything that a brain might say back. It's just going, well, shit.
I mean, to be fair, I do intend to eat it.
Yes, please do. Oh, great. We love that initiative for it. Go ahead and roll initiative, Arcolibos, as it will attack you. In fact, I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw as soon as you've rolled your initiative, please, Arcolibos.
Right.
The rest of you may roll initiative from the outside. As you see Arcolibos in his moment.
9 for the initiative, 18 for the wisdom save.
Okay, cool. It tells you a really sort of... it doesn't tell you a fascinating joke. It instead sort of... I don't know if you've seen the moment in... I think it's in Harry Potter. It might be... I don't know. The brain latches onto his head and he starts giggling maniacally. It's trying to impart into you sort of funny images and tickle that certain part of your brain, but... You're a brain dude. You're immune to that shit. Bellows, as you see this brain jar jump up and latch itself. You are, by the way, not grappled, but you are being held by it. It's not actually got any mechanical effect, but it's there. You see this brain in a jar latched onto Arcorivos' head. You're up, Bellows.
Smashing or investigating, Arco?
Seems that my lunch will need to be subdued.
Okay. Yes, then I shall...
You could have gone quietly.
I will get in there. I should be able to go through my buddy, I believe.
Yep.
And smack it.
Pound
Why
it
not?
down. Take it to pound town.
Is it like the face huggers from Alien?
Haven't seen it.
Alien?
Reckless,
Let me Google
why not?
alien face hugger. Well, can I have an image?
Alien is a phenomenal movie about a smart woman whom everyone ignores, and then they all die. Because the smart woman who wanted to do her job as the quarantine officer.
Or is it more like
We'll be fine, and then they all die.
Yeah, basically. Is it more like the Futurama, like brain sucking, or was it Futurama or Rick and Morty?
Josh, if you
Futurama
imagine...
make everybody stupid.
Futurama had the Rick and Morty had the one on the front of the face.
Oh, right. Futurama had the one that was on.
Yeah, Josh, if you imagine that the tentacles are like that in that face hugger image, but the brain is in a glass jar and the tentacles have glowed at the bottom of the jar. Yes.
Oh, I just like that it's a brain with tentacles, and then you tell Miyago that it's staring at him, and like with what eyes?
I could feel it thinking about me.
Yeah, it's like.
But see, I also have a bunch of face tentacles to wrestle its, tentacles away
Your
from my
face tentacles, its tentacles, they're having a loving
Yeah,
embrace.
just wrapped up in this,
in the
terrible
meantime,
grapple.
Bellows, are you bashing it?
Japanese
yeah, 26
erotica.
to hit,
That'll hit.
Nice.
and a 23 damage.
Okay, that will smash the jar. As the jar smashes, this brain sort of twists, and it begins imparting insidious notions. Corvus, I need an intelligence save.
Oh, I'm good at those. No, let's see what the die decides. Ooh, that'll do. A 17 for a 25.
Yeah. You get the idea that this is going to trying to do something really sinister. But you're still the brain guy. You're like, no,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Responding telepathically, being like, "You dumb bitch."
Um,
You would think to use this power on me
it is
I
sort of
will
going, you're the one that
dominate.
picked me up.
and devour you.
Well, I will now smash into the squishy part if I
Yeah,
can.
yeah. So I will tell you for free, the first attack basically did no damage, but rendered the monster vulnerable.
Okay, the second one is a 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
and that one is going to be 16 damage.
Ooh.
Oh, no, sorry, that's too high. It's 12.
12 damage?
Yep,
Okay.
that's how math works.
Yeah. The creature will use its... I'm not going to call it a legendary action. It's kind of like a lair action. It happens at the same time every round. To
Well, it's not really the end of my turn yet, but
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
no, that's
Carry
fine.
on.
I'm just going to move out of the way and use my help
Great.
action.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes, I need, who's it? The nearest creature that it is not holding. That'd be you, I guess, my friend Bellows. To
Sure,
make a
sure,
wisdom
sure.
save, please.
Okay. That is going to be 14.
14. A 14 is a fail, I'm afraid, and it will command that you flee.
All right. On my next turn, I shall do so.
Yeah. The creature then uses its reaction, to use it to move up its full movement speed away from the creature. Given the way the direction you are, I think we're just going to say you cower against the wall, because you've got nowhere to go.
Well, that's fine, but it's. I mean, the command is. I follow
It's
the
not
command on my next
sorry,
turn.
yeah, it's
so.
not the spell command. It says
Oh, okay.
it commands
Yeah,
the
it's saying
creature
you
to
gotta burn
flee.
your reaction.
You must use your reaction to move 30 feet in the opposite direction to the enemy.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
As
so I
per
guess
like
I
dissonant whispers, I guess. But
Sure.
that would just
Already
gonna
stuck
take you
in
into a
corner.
wall, so it's gonna do nothing. El, you're up.
So I have advantage on this attack roll if I decide to shoot it.
Do you?
With
Did
help?
Bellows help?
Yes.
function.
However, I will say that if you miss, you're basically taking a shot at Arkorobos' face. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps
100%.
the sword.
Right. I just
So-
want
You have advantage.
Well, I was only asking because otherwise I would have used steady aim.
Right. I see.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. No. You have
Anyway.
advantage.
So I think that I'll probably pull up the boomcaster and sort of call over to Corvos and say, "Hosilaki," and I'll
Okay.
and
Pull
I'll
my
take a
tentacles
shot.
back. Clear.
Don't miss.
here goes nothing. 18.
An 18 will hit.
Nice.
That would be so exciting if you just shot Arkorobos in the face.
Like,
Um,
blasted him
Yeah,
through
go
the
ahead and give me
face.
some
Holy
damage.
shit.
Oh, I'm really sorry. I did forget to say to Joe, your weapon sort of hit it, but it was kind of squishy and it couldn't really get any proper grasp on it. It didn't seem to have its full effect. El, you'll quickly notice that your bullet has the same problem. It seems like it likes being hit a little bit, maybe.
Interesting.
Um,
Interesting.
Regardless, 16 damage, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, resistant, basically.
Okay.
And despite the fact that Bellows, your weapon, is magical, still seem to have no impact. Felix,
Nice.
you're up.
Okay, is my hex still up?
Yeah,
Would it
with
be
me.
more-
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll bonus action put my hex on him. Some fire starts reading around its body, and then I'll fire out a couple of Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah.
That's 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
That is 10 fire damage, and then
Fire
another
damage, doesn't it?
6 fire damage,
Yeah.
and then I'll fire out another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, 16 will hit.
Nice. That's 6 fire damage. And then another 3 fire damage.
Fantastic. I've got to sure. Oh, the start of your turn, you must make an intelligence save. Please.
Start my turn.
Karnak.
Ah, yes. Oh, no, it goes Corvos, right? Normally?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Cool.
yeah.
In save.
That's kind of what we've been doing. Yeah, 24 on the intelligence save.
Okay. That's a success.
All right. So I would use telekinetic slam to just like smack it against the ceiling, and let like fall away from me if I can. Otherwise, I can slam it down, but it doesn't. It knocks it prone either way, or it does some force damage if it fails a strength save. So, but I think it's more fun to slap it against the ceiling.
It's an 11 on the save.
There we go. DC 16. So out of the 2d6, I did 4 damage. So that's awesome.
Okay.
And he is knocked prone. Is he still attached to my face?
Yes, that's what I'm just reading. Oh,
Yeah.
It says,
I don't care how you rule it.
the
Rule it however
first
you want.
creature that it reaches, the brain attaches itself until it dies.
Okay.
So yes, I think what you've done is slam yourself and the creature up into the sky.
Like
Onto the
face planted
ceiling.
into the ground.
Very
and then,
stretchy.
Yeah, I've stolen bits of different creatures to create this. Yes, that is apparently the effect, which is kind of cool. So yeah, it's on you till it's dead.
Ah.
There'll be no running from this fight, Aquativos. Any bonus action?
I'm just gonna try to telekinetically shove it anyway, even though it's attached to my face. Just
How long do your
knock
wisps
it around.
last? How long does your wisp last?
An hour. We had like several rooms, and I cast like 3 different ritual spells, so I figure it's
Fair enough.
probably
Yep,
done by
absolutely
now.
fine. Okay, cool. That's fine.
So, but then Karnak can do stuff.
Yeah, you shove it, but nothing happens. It's stuck to your head.
Damn.
Okay. A thwumph comes towards you. Oh, no, it doesn't. A thwumph comes towards you after Karnak's taken his turn.
Excellent.
Go ahead, Karnak.
All right. He's got a great axe shot here.
I
There we
wonder
go.
what the
AC
logic
18.
is that he can't hit you, but yeah, an 18 will hit. That's ranged attacks if they miss.
He's just, well, if it's right here, he's just like slashing down.
Yeah,
and
he's
not,
going sideways or
forward.
down or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
it's just being careful about it.
18 hits.
Oh, that one's not so good. All right, 18 for 6 slashing damage,
Yep.
and then his second attack is going to import here in a second. There it is.
Nice.
AC 11
Yeah.
for 8 damage.
They're definitely not as hitting as hard as you would think.
Mhm.
So yeah, let's take another. Oh, I've just killed it. Let me do that.
No.
I'm back. It is, however, injured.
All right,
Nice.
excellent.
Okay.
Alright.
Thwumph. Arconimos, El,
Yeah, bring it on.
and Felix, I think. If you could shoot it can shoot you. The 3 of you need to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, no. Oof. 21.
Okay.
18.
If you got below an 18, so just Arconimos, I think.
Yeah.
And Karnak.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Does the cone hit that? Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I just
Um,
made him make one in case you had forgotten him.
We'll take 8
Your call.
psychic damage.
All right.
And both of you will be stunned.
No, that's not good.
Bellows, you're up.
And it does not. I'm not affected any longer.
No, it's just in that moment.
And because we had a whole meta discussion about how it's attached to until it dies, I don't think I can pry it loose from him.
No. I was just gonna say no. Unless you want to
I
attach to
will
you
smash.
instead.
No, that's alright. I shall attempt to smash it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's not highly effective. Well, on a natural 20, it's probably more
It's
effective.
probably gonna do a lot of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, so...
So just
and
roll the
we do
dice,
a ma-
roll the damage as normal, and then add the maximum possible of the
Right,
second
so
roll of
that's
damage.
12 plus 16 plus 23
Lovely.
bludgeoning damage.
Damn.
Second whack.
Second at 20.
This time I rolled very poorly. It's only going to be a 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. And that's going to be 12. Crushing, bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And, yeah, I will just tease it about having its jar broke to try to help someone else in attacking it.
Okay. This time round, this is actually a spell. So let me read this out. Just to make sure I get this right. I need... Everybody can see within range that can hear. Can you hear while stunned? I guess you can, right? Why not?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, except you then can't make the action. Yep, okay. So, Bellows, Elle, and Felix, I need a wisdom save, please.
You know what, from Karnak?
No, he's stunned, isn't he?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if he was in the cone, yeah, he's done too.
14.
10.
17.
Okay. Each one of you must burn a level 1 spell slot if you have one. If you do not have one, you must burn a level 2 spell slot. If you don't have any spell slots, you don't burn any. That's it.
It's not a slot, but I could burn my racial featherfall.
It doesn't cast the spell, so I guess, if you haven't got a spell slot, nothing happens. So I think it's just Felix it affects.
I have spell slot.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, so you both will burn a level 1 spell slot. Elle, you're up.
Okay.
Sorry, I probably
Well-
should have read the description. It consumes some of your magical energy. That's quite cool,
I
isn't
see.
it? Yes.
It's okay, he
absorbing it
consumed
to-
my entire master on me.
Absorbing it to heal itself. So it regenerates a little bit of energy. Elle, you're up.
So Ella's going to drop the Boomcaster to his side and pull out his flame tongue.
Yep.
And I will approach and give the...
You
Yes.
can hit from there. It's on Arcorvos' face.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I will roll to attack and try not to stab my friend in the face.
Yep.
Appreciate
It's
it.
only ranged attacks that can miss and hit him instead. So yeah, go ahead and give me some damage. You are sneaking.
Okay.
Because Bellows is not incapacitated, I don't believe.
Correct.
Yeah. And he is adjacent. Even though the other two are.
Okay, let's see. 17 damage.
Nice.
Four of which is flame
That's it that I
damage or
needed,
fire
yeah.
damage.
So then half of 30. Yeah, cool. It is severely wounded.
And I think that is what I will do.
Okay. Felix.
Yeah.
You're up.
Actually, sorry. I'm gonna disengage bonus action and just move back away a little bit.
What an excellent idea.
Create some space.
Yep. Felix, you're up.
Flame Tongue would be such a cool name for a whip.
I would take a flame tongue whip. That'd be amazing.
That was really
Yeah,
weird
you know
that
what?
Diego's hand and your noise synchronized perfectly to make them shim in. I love that. Sorry, Josh. Go ahead.
You know, like the whip that the monster uses to kill.
The Balrog.
Oh, yeah, the Balrog. To kill him.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of.
Well,
Anyways, fire. Throw some fire at this guy.
Yeah?
I have an acquaintance who has Catwoman's whip from the old Michelle Pfeiffer Batman movie.
oh, sick.
That's
Because
cool.
Kathy Long, who I know, she was actually her stunt double. So whenever you see Catwoman kicking people and shit, that's Kathy Long.
That's crazy.
That's really cool. Felix, what did you get to hit? Tell
16.
Corvus. 16,
16.
you'll hit the brain.
Nice.
Sometimes. I really want to see you guys plunder our Corvus' head in.
Yeah, so that's 5 fire plus 4 fire. And then I'll throw another one. Oops, sorry, I should probably roll to hit first.
That would be good.
That's a 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
Cool. So that's a 7 fire plus 4.
Nice! Your fire is more effective than most other things we've seen. Arconivos, intelligence save, please. It's your turn. The fact that you're stunned, it doesn't care about.
All right. That's
Solid
what I
and
want.
strong.
23.
You will, however, miss your turn. You are no longer stunned. Neither is Karnak. But
right.
it is the end of your turn. And it will go on its turn. I need a wisdom save from Karnak, please.
All right. Extras. Wisdom. Boom. Straight roll. Oh, but he rolled a 19.
Nice.
Not bad.
Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Bellows, you're up.
I guess I'll keep ineffectively smashing at it. I mean, effectively, but half effective.
Yeah.
It's what I got. 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
And another 12 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Once
He's
again,
looking
sort
very
of just
rough.
almost handling the giant spanner, almost more like a staff, like holding it in the middle and flipping both ends at him and stuff. Back second stroke. And that's going to be a 14 to hit, which I think worked before.
14 hits.
Yeah, okay, but it's only going to be 7 more damage.
Okay. He's looking severely beat up. I need Bellows, Korevos, Karnak. Oh, you're all in earshot. Yeah, I need every one of you to make a charisma save. Wow, it's an unusual one.
I am
Let me
less
get those.
good at those.
Oh.
Love that. Nap 1 Bellows or nat
that,
20?
Oh no, I rolled a 2, -2 for a 0.
Zero. That's what it did for its initiative, to be fair.
Amazing.
Well, Karnak rolled a 2 with his -1 for a 1.
It is a DC of 10.
Ooh.
And I believe 2 of you have managed to fail it, which is beautiful. You must immediately burn a hit die
Ooh.
to heal.
Ooh.
You can take the healing from it, but you must burn it
Oh.
immediately.
Okay.
If you gain any benefits to using a hit die, then you may apply those benefits as per usual. It's just taking away a resource because it's a dick. El, you're up.
Another pokey poke with the flaming sword.
Yep.
That should hit for 25.
That hits.
And that'll be 12 damage to fire and 10.
Ooh, go ahead and describe its grisly demise.
I'm going to very carefully just skewer it through its like medulla oblongata, and sort of try to keep it as intact as possible because I know that my friend would likely like to enjoy this
Yes.
for a midday snack.
Your sword's kind of perfect for slicing things into steaks, isn't it? As the flame runs down. Regardless, the brain falls.
Light seer.
Within moments, Karnak is staring up at the wall. Hanging from the wall is the most beautiful wooden, mahogany, and golden crossbow.
Oh.
Large crossbow. On a table at the back of the room is a thick, heavy bound book. I need a dex save from Bellows and Felix, please. Oh, sorry, no I don't. I don't need that save unless somebody's going to pick anything up. There you go. Sorry, guys, but if you pick up this shit, we'd like to use Mage Hand, would we? No, but in general, whoever would pick up the crossbow needs to make a dex save.
Yeah, we're gonna grab it after. I'm gonna take that brain.
It is really tasty.
Yeah. Oh, this is delightful. Thank you for all of your help. This is a real treat.
The book is you can lift up, and it says of dwarven bloodlines. It is thick and it is heavy, and it looks like that. In here, you will see that all the way back to Durin the First, the Deathless, known as such due to his longevity. Durin of Khazad-dûm, the forefather of the dwarves, all the way down to the most recent dwarf Amber Gristle O'Mole, and her long story. You can have a little flick through if you like. But yeah, basically, if it's a dwarf and it's in a fantasy show that we've seen or heard or read of, it's in that book. as are all the dwarves who are mentioned in the lore. So that book's fine. Karnik sort of amazing, and then leaves it. There is a bag of, what do you call them? A case
bolts.
of crossbow bolts upon the wall that appear to glisten with magic. But who would pick up the crossbow? Fess up, peoples.
I
Probably
mean,
me. I mean,
Fellows
You did
or
want one,
Elmore.
didn't you? You did want one, Bellows.
at one
didn't you?
point, yeah.
Go ahead and give me a dex save, please.
Is it something I can see?
It is definitely. A dart shoots out the wall. Sorry, Felix, go on.
I was just gonna say I could try and, if everyone left the room, I could try and get it with my mage hand.
Yeah,
so-
I said that would be very metagamey, as you didn't know about the trap, except for the fact that I
Yeah.
misread.
Unless I foresaw it.
Bellows, what did you
It's
get?
gonna be a dirty 20.
Naughty boy.
Okay,
Nice.
a dart pricks you, and you feel almost a compulsion to go to sleep. Bellows doesn't like sleeping, doesn't do standing still, and tells it to fuck off. Incidentally, it's worth noting, you do sort of look at the poison on this dart. If you had failed your save, you would have been unconscious for an hour, which would have been a real pain in the arse. 10 minutes, sorry, 10 minutes. Nevertheless, you are able to identify this as a dwarven bolt thrower with 20 plus 1 bolts.
Damn.
Let's do that, and then... Oh, that's not how we do this, is it? It's that and that button. There we go. I don't know where to put this where you guys can read it. If you wish to move out to where Felix is, the loot's written down for you.
Sleep dart. Damn.
Well, no. Sorry, the sleep dart's the trap.
War well thrower.
That's
Yeah.
crap. That's it.
Everything. Yeah.
That's what you managed to dodge with your dex save. Yeah, there you go. Cool. And I believe somebody has some acid bolts somewhere.
Yep.
That may also be used by said dwarven bolt thrower. Incidentally, while I was looking for this item, I did see a ring of dwarven throwing, which throws dwarves. Worth a look up on D&D Beyond. Great fun. But regardless, you managed to clear out the chamber. We're going. You've only got one door at this point, haven't you? Little wooden door there. You can kick it open if you wish.
Up there.
Oh, yeah, or up there. Maybe. I think you've been in that room, haven't you? No, maybe, I don't know.
We've
No,
been
yeah.
in this room. We haven't been in
We've
this
been in-
room.
We haven't been here yet.
Yeah,
so-
cool. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry, Rico, you're the one person I don't trust when they say I haven't been here before, because you can't see whether you've been to all the rooms before. Nevertheless, this appears to be a chamber excavated but not used.
Yeah, Felix and I were in here, but we didn't go up all the way out the top, I think.
Okay, cool. The chamber extends on, still unused to the top.
See the water. Yep.
Cool. Within here, you see a small chamber. You can push open the door. It's fine. This tiny chamber looks like it once held a sarcophagus, but now there's just a space where the sarcophagus once was.
Interesting that someone would have removed it in the intervening years.
Karnik says, or perhaps it's been relocated. I don't know.
Indeed. Well, seems we can go straight across.
Bellows will answer the puzzle almost immediately by moving into the next room, where you see a room built clearly for one sarcophagus, with a second one pulled up next to it. These are Dwalin and Balin, brother dwarves, who, when the second was buried, requested that his brother's tomb was moved next to his, so they might forever have their heads together.
No.
Very sweet.
That's sweet.
There is also an iron door which you can kick open, and am I correct in saying you've done a full circle? Yes, well
Pretty
done, guys.
much. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Have we been to the chamber
there's-
up and right from here?
That chamber there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you get some potions? Oh yes, they're on the token layer.
There's a chest there, yeah.
Yes, no, you got them. They're on the token layer. The text, potion of bull's strength and 2 potions of. Let me just delete that then.
Is there something on the
Yep.
ground here that I can see in front of me?
Something on the ground that you can see in front of you.
It looks like a flail or something.
What? The torch?
Oh, is that the light?
Oh,
Yeah, the
that's
torch.
a torch?
Yeah, you've passed like
Yeah.
106 of those so far.
Zoom in a bunch, yeah. It looks very torchy.
Um,
So there's the one door the two doors that we never got to over here because of the windy room that we may or may want to chance. And other than that, I think we pretty much.
Did you?
There
You
might be
haven't. The one
something
thing
up
is you
here.
haven't found the stairs down.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Were these the stairs that we used to get to where we are? The ones right
Yes,
above
they
us?
were. That's
Okay.
how you came
so
down.
there's something. It looks like way over here, to the north.
Yep, that was just
East.
outside of the magical crystal gem room.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to jump there?
And we've got stairs here. Oh yeah, if we can jump to that northeast.
We're not going to open whatever's right in front of us. It just
Oh, is there
connects.
something right in front of us?
It just
Oh
connects.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
As long
yeah,
as it just
yeah.
connects.
Yeah, might as well hit that real quick. While we're there.
Yeah. Sorry, let me take you back. I didn't realize you hadn't been there.
Yeah.
This place right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think somebody's
And
going to
it
get dropped
looks like it might
outside
just
the
connect.
map.
But...
Did I manage to drop you all on the map, or is anybody stuck out? Oh, it's Felix who's stuck outside. Yeah.
I'm good.
It all connects. Let me just. You can move through these doors, right?
Oh yeah, I can.
So let me just delete all three doors. Yeah, there are two fairly nondescript chambers. The one that you're currently in looks like a tomb to an old painter of some sort. But his name is faded away into obscurity. This room is quite interesting, this bottom room down here. Maybe worth mentioning. Do you remember a long time ago you saw some strange discoloured flooring that made no sense whatsoever? Yes, this flooring is the same, but has old symbols engraved into it. Arcorivos, you quickly discern that once teleportation between the two places was possible, though now it is out of use. Which answers that question of what the fuck is the point of all of that. Yep, and if you all group very nice and tightly together, does that now conclude all the exploration we need to do of down here?
Unless we wanted to go to the other side of the
windy room.
the windy room, then
Do you want to go through that trap again? No,
Not
maybe.
particularly.
Okay, cool. Right, stay very
Not
still,
when it
guys.
seems like there's a chance we can get around the other way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop you off halfway, so please bear with me. I scroll, and then I'll pick you up and chuck you in there. I don't think I missed anybody, did I?
Nope.
No, great. Okay, yes. To your left, you see a long winding passageway that you know to be another one of these rat runs. However, it is pretty apparent, Arcorivos, if you just pop your head around the corner. Oh, is that a door? Can you not see through the... Is there a... No, I did get rid of the door, right? Yeah, you will quickly notice that there are slashing blades here. Yes.
Okay, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Looks like a chef's knife.
You see it sort of swing out and swing back. Swing out and swing back. Anybody's played Skyrim, they've dealt with this shit before. It's a dex check to pass it, or acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer. Acrobatics, athletics to get past it, unless you have some clever way to deal with it.
I got my inventory.
Karnak will briefly attempt to block it with a sort of piece of stone, but the force with which it moves quickly shows you that that's not an option. It sort of just pounds the stone out and crushes it in half.
I think Elmer's just gonna try to dance through it with his acrobatics.
Okay. So yeah, acrobatics, athletics, up to you. Yep. El,
17.
you managed to dance very nicely through the first one.
You just need a little rhythm, boys.
Felix, you could quite happily be actively guidancing. You can bardic inspiration, do whatever you need, guys, to make these checks. Take as long
I
as you
rolled
like.
a nat 20 for an acrobatics.
Sick. Yeah, you sort of dive forward underneath it and come up in such a beautiful roll that it will give you some momentum. Your next check will be made at advantage.
All right.
Yeah.
The checks are made at advantage anyways.
Why are acrobatics checks made at advantage?
Because of... remember when the first time I used knowledge of the past life, you said that I could make acrobatic checks with advantage.
Did I? That was nice of me. I must have been having a very good day. Well,
I
regardless,
don't have to if you don't want to.
I thought I said you could make that acrobatics check at advantage. Not you can make acrobatics checks at advantage.
Definitely.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was just the one, Josh. But you may make the next one at advantage from your momentum. Arcorivos, any plans?
I'm just trying to see if I can have anything that I can like jam into any moving parts, and so I think I'm going to take my bag of sand that I have for my background and telekinetically try to cram it into the moving parts to see if.
Okay, just to let you know, I did mention that Karnak started off by trying to shove a stone in there, and it just ripped straight through the stone.
Oh yeah, but I'm not trying to block the blade. I'm trying to screw up the moving parts.
Oh, I see.
By
Right,
just
okay.
filling a bunch of sand into the moving parts to just gum up the works and abrade it.
I think. I think.
At least would make it less functional, if not.
I think Dwarven Mechanisms vs Bag of Sand. I think the Dwarven Mechanism is going to win.
Okay,
I'm afraid.
that's fair. And then I'll make my dex check.
Yep. So again, it's acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer. For the sake of propriety and just ease, Karnak is going to take 6 damage on his way through to the end. You don't have to make any checks to him. Oh dear. However, that is going to hurt you. Where is my damage DC? Blah blah blah. There we go. Whoop. Oh, that's. Holy shit! That is 10 slashing damage. I'm afraid.
All right.
I don't know why I rolled 2 d6s as opposed to rolling 2d6. But yes, Bellows, upon seeing Arcorivos' face tentacle take a vile slash on his way through. Oof. Any plans?
No, I mean, nothing seems to be able to break it. Nothing that I can do is any better than what's been tried.
Yeah, I mostly didn't know if you guys had like the ability to teleport, move through walls, become incorporeal, any of that shit. I think there is a potion of bull's strength, which may or may not give advantage on athletics checks, or something like that. I don't know what it does, but apart from that, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. But you guys are always more creative than me, so I thought I'd double check.
Look over there.
No, that's fair.
Potion types. Yeah. Unless that bull strength does it, and it seems worth it. I don't know. I suppose I shall just try to run through with my.
Yeah, I think we.
Zealous speed.
Great.
Might
That's
take some
what I'd
damage.
like to see. Yeah. Go ahead. Give it a dash.
All right.
I'm just going to put on some very exciting music for this. Let's do that.
It's 19.
That's a pass. You dash through nice and easy.
Which puts me what here?
Yes. That's what I was looking for. Cool.
Okay.
L, you're up front.
Yeah. So as Elle is gonna start passing through the second one, I think I'll also start playing like a little bolero or something to our friend Arcorivos.
Oh.
Considering he's probably the least athletic or acrobatic of the lot of us.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I will make my own acrobatics check through the next set of blades.
Yep. Go ahead. Give me your acrobatics check. I've got a track for this, but fuck me if I can find it. It was all fun. It was real fun. I think you guys will appreciate it. Oh, here we go. I'm just going to go and add it manually and play it.
Well, it's a nat 20 for the check anyway. So.
Great. I just didn't see any... you'll have advantage on your next one. I didn't see any other time where I'd get to use this. So I thought I'd throw some bagpipe music in.
Nice.
Yeah, Elle, you'll have advantage on your next check. Felix, go ahead.
I got an 18.
Great. You're through.
All right.
Are we going south or west or up? End up.
You seem to have chosen to lead.
I've chosen, yeah, okay.
So, you're in charge of that bit.
Where are you headed? South?
Yeah, I guess south.
Okay. Oh. That's where we will follow.
Yep, Arcorivos. Obviously, you come up to the blade next.
We're going out this way. Yep. Okay. That's what's happening. Come on, just roll. Not bad this time. No, still rolled bad.
How bad?
Plus a d6.
Oh, with a die 6. Let me add a die 6.
Hey.
Plus 6.
Nice.
15.
Nice. You duck under. At the last moment, you sort of remember Elle was telling you to have some rhythm, and you try and do some sort of funky dance move. And with a bit of luck, you just get out the way. Bellows as you follow on through.
I want to ask Karnak, just for the heck of it. Do you think that fine dwarven make shield would be any stronger than that stone you held up?
Aye, quite probably, but I wouldn't want to risk it on such beautiful craftsmanship on such an idiotic trap.
Fair enough.
Realistically, it is actually Arcorivos' to waste on an idiotic trap if he wishes, but...
Yeah, well, I was going to try to...
Yeah, but I'm also
get
not
him to
that
do
strong, so if I hold up the shield and get hit by something...
Well, right, it's
I'm
like, can I hold it there to
Oh, there you
I
go,
see.
yeah.
the things as he
You,
comes
yeah.
through or something?
Oh, that might not be a
He
bad idea.
perhaps suggests that you use the one that Arcorivos is no longer using to try and block it off.
Use my old shield.
Yeah,
I don't
Bellows,
know
go
if
ahead.
it'll work.
Make your athletics check.
Anyway, I've gone through that one with a 22.
Oh, great. Okay, well, you'll find out if it works if you get hit. But for now, Bellows is charging with this shield above his head, right?
Well, yeah, and the
Alright.
goal is to try to do it before and check and see if it helps to help our Corvos.
Right, I see. Okay, yeah, so if you want to kind of charge through with Arcorivos, I'll let you block
Right.
whoever gets hit on the next one. Elle, go ahead
Alright.
with the acrobatics check.
Ooh, 17.
Oh, he's doing the limbo this time.
Ooh, actually,
Got
I
a
didn't even roll
dance
that.
going on?
I didn't even roll that at advantage. Let me try it again.
You're through, but yes.
Okay.
Well, good job you did. You wasted your 9 on your advantage roll. Love that. Felix,
Indeed.
attempting to do the limbo after him. How's it going? Not advantage this time.
I'm gonna use one of my knowledge from the past to add a d6 to that.
Yep.
Oh, nice. That's 16.
Perfect. Yeah. You sort of remember that about 8 seconds ago you dodged one of these perfectly. And your knowledge of the past allows you to survive this one. Arcorivos and Bellows as you go through together. Give me your checks.
I can't
be an
help anybody
acrobatic
if I only roll
this
an
time.
11.
Oof. I rolled a 6 for a 7.
Okay, Bellows, I'm going to let you choose whose hit you're going to block. One of you will get hit for 9 damage, and the other one will get hit for 9 minus a certain number based on your shield.
I'm trying to help him.
Okay,
I'll take the full
cool.
9.
That's rough. He's the one with arcane healing. Go ahead and roll me a
Yeah,
d12.
I can
I don't know anything about such a thing as arcane
No,
healing, so-
Bellows does not have a clue.
No, I mean, I don't either. So.
Oh, right, okay. He keeps consuming people's minds to heal
Yeah.
himself.
get some hit points back.
Yeah, roll me a d12, Bellows.
But yeah. Because I got healing spells too, so I can...
We can heal him.
I don't know what I'm rolling this for, but it's a 4.
A 4? Okay,
Just heal you
so
instead.
Arcorivos, you'll take 9 minus the 4.
Alright.
That's 5, yeah. Treating it like barbarian damage reduction. Elle, you come to a fork. There's a left
I
with no
will-
dagger and a straight ahead
Yeah.
with a dagger.
I will take the no dagger.
Great.
Approach.
Okay, cool. The
Ah,
final one. However, I will tell you for free. This one is moving a little slower. It looks a lot
Okay.
more deadly if you get hit by it, but it's moving slower.
I like to
So
live my
rated.
life dangerously.
Yeah. Go ahead, make your acrobatics check. As you go for a sort of tumbling flip.
Yikes. That's an 11.
That's success.
oh,
You're okay. Through you go. And I will tell you as you get to the end, you will see the stairs in sight.
hey.
Just stay right there for me, El. Felix, you come up to it. It's slower moving, but it does look pretty brutal. This one, it's quite large. Felix, we went down at that point. We're over there.
I got you, buddy. Here. Yeah.
I'm gonna use another of my past lives.
I did this both 6 seconds and 12 seconds ago. I'm sure I can remember it by now.
That's 17.
17's a pass. Strength 3 you go. That was a really nice bit of not metagaming, Josh. Elle got an 11 and passed, and you rolled a d6 to whatever you got. So you can't possibly have got lower. Arcorivos and Bellows as you move through this together. Go ahead, athletics and acrobatics.
Natural 20, 27.
Beautiful.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
17
nice.
this time.
nice.
No, it doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yep, so the whole group of you will get through. And you see in front of you a door to the right. And hold the phone. Do you guys see the swirly shit on the floor in front of you, Elmo?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. You guys have seen this stone before. But this one is casting magic up in a pillar. You do see a door to your right, but as you get to that magic at the pillar, it says, "Bone of thy enemy, blood of thy friend, show thy fealty and rise, my servant." Written in front of it. Weirdly in common. That did turn up for you guys, right?
Yep.
Okay. There is also a lovely little door to your right. If you wish.
It's like a weird incantation.
Bone of thy enemy,
riddle.
blood of thy friend, show thy fealty and rise.
Well, when we killed those beak-brained people, and we picked up some of their
You got a
body.
beak. You got a beak and a tentacle. There are bones in tentacles, I think, maybe, possibly. Are there bones in tentacles?
Well, it might not have to
No.
be a
Probably
bone,
not,
It might
no.
just be, metaphorical.
You do have an animal bone.
Sure. And we could, put that on the teleporter, prick our fingers.
Okay, Felix, try that first.
I don't want to.
Try that first.
Okay, fine, I'll try that there.
Okay, your offering is accepted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Bloop.
No. Okay, bye.
Well, I thought that's what you meant.
No, okay, right. You were doing multiple things. I just wanted you to try one at a time. So the first of your offering, the magic is still swirling to the ceiling, but your offering has been accepted. Carry on with what you were saying.
So he placed the bone.
Yep. Then he pricked his finger.
And pricked his finger.
Again, it will repeat. Your offering is accepted.
Okay, I have to show my fealty. I'll take out the ancient dwarven coin and I'll put that on the teleporter to prove that I am a friend of the dwarves.
It says nothing and does nothing.
Damn it.
You gotta like bow and then jump, because then you're showing your fealty and then rising.
Oh well, if he
you
needs
bow,
the...
Felix, Kardik will turn to you. If you say that, Akorovos, will you bow, Felix? Would you bow?
Well, I mean, if the coin doesn't do it, I'll try anything.
Kardik will turn to you and we show our fealty to our kings by dropping to our knees. We kneel.
Okay, I'll kneel.
He then says to you, "Rise, my servant."
I shall rise.
And the light goes out. Would be very exciting to teleport, though, don't you think?
Well, that's what I was hoping.
Do you want to find out where it goes?
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be like in Pokemon Red or something. You just teleport.
Like a...
Oh, it is exactly like that. You saw a marker for the recipient end of this teleport earlier on. I don't know if any of you remember, but it was over there in the middle of all the fire traps.
Oh.
That would have been fun, wouldn't it?
Nice.
Regardless.
I'll
Felix would have been fine, probably.
yeah, I'll be. I'll pick up my coin though as I continue.
Okay. You're going down, are you?
Should we check out?
I'll do
Should we check
whatever.
out the room to our right?
Yeah, you can open the iron door if you like. This room is lined with pillars upon which are very graceful and beautiful art depictions of animals crawling up them. You have this sort of different inlay of stone surrounding 4 sarcophagi, I suppose I should say. Sorry. Goodness me. Stop that. And these 4 sarcophagi are beautifully inlaid with interesting writing. These are the 4 brothers, whose names are somewhere. They're in your book. Oh, here you go. I should have done this really, shouldn't I? That is the crossbow that you got.
Oh,
earlier.
damn.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It also says what it does. I just forgot to mention it. Where is my book of Dwarven Bloodlines? There are brothers 4. Nain. There we go. Nain, Dain, Owen, and Glowin. There you go. Or Oin and Gloin, if you prefer. But that makes the sun groin, and we don't like that. So I think we'll go with Owen and Glowin. Other than that, the room is empty. Nothing of interest. As you move up there, Bellows, you do hear a faint squawking sound from behind that door.
We're not going this way.
I'll tell you that for free. I don't think we need to explore the entire world.
Demon birds.
Oh, did we get XP for the tentacle brain?
Ooh, did you get XP for the tentacle brain?
I don't think we
I don't
did.
believe so.
Fought a boss, didn't you? I
I've
should
only
have
given
given
it
to you.
one time so far.
And you've had 2 fights, yes, correct. Correct, look at that. Ooh, it's a 675 XP each. That was worth me checking, wasn't it? Well done, Josh.
Oh.
Yeah, we like that number.
675.
Yeah. I don't mind if you guys want to do some exploring, but I will tell you, you've definitely seen the highlights.
I mean, it's up to you guys.
You know there are
I'd be
5
down
levels
for
in this dungeon. You're currently on floor 2.
it. Yeah.
For the love of God, I don't know how many more sessions I've got in me.
Yeah.
Fuck
We
off
have to get out of here
downstairs.
eventually. Yeah.
Well, then, shall we take... Well, if we...
Let's
I mean-
take this right door, see where it leads, and maybe we'll turn back after that. To the
Not that one. Of all the doors.
to the
no,
bottom,
that's
to the
not the
bottom.
squawky door. Okay, I will let you go through there. L, you find some interesting rooms with lots of lore attached to them.
Ooh, lots
but
of lore.
yeah, they're just dwarven tombs, to be honest. And more dwarven tombs and more dwarven
There's a
tombs.
lot.
There is a
a lot
lot
of
of map down here. However, Bellows, as you head down there, you see a pair of beautiful hand axes crossed upon the wall. There are 2 hand axe plus 1s.
Ooh.
They're actually all the way down to the... I'm not in the layer that you guys are in. They're all the way down there. Still further. Yeah, there you go. They're on the wall up here.
Nice. We'll take
Behind this door is a door, and behind this door is a squawk. You can fight more birds if you want, but I think Bellows has frankly had enough of all birds and
Yeah.
any birds.
We'll take the axes and probably head down. I think.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best. We can always revisit on the way back, but let's drop down a floor.
Well, can we take a short rest before we do?
Yes, you may take a short rest on the way down.
Oh, delightful.
Would L be playing some fun tunes on the way?
But of course.
So anybody who rolls to regain hit points with a hit die will gain an extra 6 HP, is that correct? Or a D6 of HP?
D6.
A
The
there you
D6.
go.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Joe read that to me only about 12 hours ago or something, wasn't it? Sorry, guys. I'm going to move your tokens down on the next level.
There.
So that I don't lose any of you. Bellows.
Yep, works for me.
Bellows. Oh, I've dropped Bellows out the map. L. Phoenix. Again, dropped out the map.
It's not taking my new HP.
No, it won't do, sadly. Okay. We are going to end fairly shortly, so I'm just going to say, as you guys walk up to this door, you've seen this door before. This door, I can't get you out of my way. This door here is one of those magical doors that is most definitely opened from the other side.
Ah. Gotcha.
And that's where we'll end.
All right.
So, remembering that you can't go that way. So, we come to our timeless tradition of MVPs. But before we do, actually, I'm just going to do a couple of housekeeping things. Ciao to DJ, welcome to the Duck Pond. Thank you very much for the follow. Please stay the fuck away from my pond life. Shrappy, pleasure to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Ghost Ride 257, welcome along. Thanks to your blessings from Texas. It's a pleasure to have you here. And Kennel Dogwood, welcome back to the Duck Pond. With that said, we come to MVPs. And I'll come first to Josh.
So my MVP is just the mental picture of Arkorivos and this tentacle brain, tentacle wrestling, and then the picture of them then doing tentacle patty cake, was just very entertaining to me.
What was so amazing about that situation is that it's the only door that Miyago was the first person to walk through in the entire dungeon. And it was so perfect. Sorry, Josh, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that wasn't.
Okay, cool.
It was all very erotic.
I didn't see it that way. Miyago.
Rico figuring out that riddle.
Blade.
First
yes.
thing, second thing, the third thing, because I wasn't anywhere near that at all. So
No, Josh said that riddle infuriated him. It's not even fun.
Knocked it out.
How did anybody get that? But he did. Yeah, I was kind of going like, I'll give him one hint, I'll give him a second hint, and if they don't get that, Karnik will mystically solve it with some brain power he's never shown before. Because I knew that one was a tough one, but I also thought it was a really interesting way of doing a riddle. Speaking of which, Rico.
I have to give it to all the puzzles today, especially the 5 door puzzles.
Oh, good.
I used to do a lot of, I don't know if you guys have them where you are, but escape rooms. And
Oh, yeah.
a lot of them had to do
Escape
with
room.
So I don't know. There's a period of my life where I had basically gone to every possible new one that popped up. So
Cool.
I quite like the word riddles. So it was very fun for me.
I despise puzzles, hate riddles, and as a player, I just like every bit of that is like so disinteresting to me. But I know that some players enjoy it, so as a DM in a dungeon, I'm like, you gotta have some puzzles in a dungeon, right? So I thought,
Makes
fuck
sense.
it, let's just stick a whole floor of puzzles and then ignore them forever evermore. So I've done my puzzle duty. Joe.
Well, I will say I don't mind them, but I've never been super into puzzles either. And the escape room concept, I've always just wanted to combine it with the rage room concept, where you go and smash things to feel better. I just want to have like the local Votech school where they learn construction to just build rooms, and then
there
you
you
go
go.
in them, and you just smash your way out of the room, and then they
Fellows would love that.
yes,
Or give you the option, right? It's like if you can't solve it, just
Yeah,
fucking
you can
smash
either
it.
solve the riddle or you can hit him.
Yeah, it'd be much more satisfying to smash if it asked your riddle first.
yes,
you.
when you're
Bam.
properly angry.
What's your MVP,
But that's
Joe?
my secret, Captain. I'm always angry. Anyhow, mine have to go to various Mind Flayer reproduction lore and then associated comments when we're really on an evil, bizarre Mind Flayer roll there for a while. My lunch needs to be subdued, and then calling it like, you dumb bitch, or you little bitch, or whatever he said to the brain. All that
They're
stuff.
trying
is
to
too much for me.
outbrain me.
That was
Yeah,
my
loved
MVP, was the phrase, my lunch needs to be subdued.
Yeah.
I thought that was brilliant. I did also really enjoy everybody's different attempts. I was like, here are 3 platforms and a bridge. And immediately 2 players are like, I'm going to jump. It's like, okay, fine,
I was
do
like,
that.
what?
I really wasn't sure how that puzzle in particular, well, not puzzle, but how that moment in particular would come out. In sort of like the paralysis in the darkness where you think they're dead and they're not or whatever. And yeah, I've always wanted to do that. So thank you guys for playing along so well, I guess, for that one. Also, just a little bit of DM inspiration going out. Joe, what is given is returned. For taking the crossbow off the wall after I'd specifically told you it was trapped. Go ahead and take DM inspiration. I really appreciated that.
No problem.
Yeah, I was glad you succeeded, but I had this trap that put somebody unconscious for 10 minutes. I was like, I can't have them dodge it, but I forgot it wasn't a chest. Yeah, so, no, but also just a minor shout out to Arky and Arco. Arkorivos' current new nicknames, as we all get tired of trying to go Arkorivos in a nice, concise manner. And the fact that Miyago missaid his own name. That gave me some joy. But yeah, as always, absolute blast. I fucking love these sessions. We have so much fun. So thanks, guys, for being so fun.
Yeah, thanks for running it.
Oh yes.
We're going to visit... Oh, actually, hold on. Let me just check that he's doing something kosher.
Nothing dirty.
I already want to see you.
Yeah, no. Sometimes he does this thing called scuffed TV, Yeah, no, he's. I'm not going to rate because that would be really random, given what's going on. So instead, I'm just going to say to you guys, if you guys would like to say goodbye,
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
we
Gross.
shall see you soon.
How much left?